host the Savannah Bananas for a 3-game set in Target Field. It's the first headlining series in a big league park in the young history of the Coconuts, who come in tied for second place and are just a win away from taking first place from the Bananas. We've got aces dueling to kick off this historic series as Loco Beach is sending the number 2 overall pick in the inaugural Banana Ball player draft, Drake Fontenot, to the mound, while Savannah counters with the man who was taken just 2 picks later in Austin Drury. Sounds like a perfect way to christen the 22nd MLB park in Banana Ball history, and we've got over 39,000 fans on hand to celebrate with us as we welcome you inside with the statistical savant of Banana Ball, Josh Tolevsky, the voice of the Loco Beach Coconuts, AJ Swiatek. I am Biko Scala. Happy Big Tiger Friday to all who celebrate. Thank you so much for spending it with us here in virtual Banana Land. The Coconuts last Saturday in Bowie, Maryland, a victory over the Clowns, a really nice way to start what is the biggest month in their young history.
It is the biggest month, let's put it frankly, and the word that keeps coming to mind for me is gratitude. I mean, what an honor not only to share the booth with you two, but to share the field with the Bananas. The first ever Loco Beach Coconuts big league headliner is coming right here to Target Field. Then you see the Bananas in St. Louis later this month, as well as the Bananas in Gillette Stadium hosting the Loco Beach Coconuts at the home of the New England Patriots. It is a really, really special treat to be here with you two, and just such an honor.
7 times that the Coconuts and Bananas will battle this month. And for the Nanners, this is coming on the heels of 8 straight games against the Firefighters and a big series win last weekend in Savannah.
Yeah, it was a gritty series win at that. The Bananas were able to split the season series against the Firefighters, which could have massive implications come the postseason. And here's the thing, talking with Tyler Gillum and Adam Byron after that game, they said a series win like that, that's how you really start an incredible run of games. So they feel incredibly confident and are hoping things continue to go right here in Target Field.
Let's start with taking a look back at how the Bananas were able to take 2 out of 3 from the Firefighters, because it was not easy. Starting off a 1-0 lead, bottom of the 6th inning last Thursday in Grayson Stadium, and Dan Oberst a double to drive in a pair and double the Nanners' lead.
Yeah, and then Austin Temple and company were trying to take over. Noah Bridges as well, the former Savannah Banana, in the top of the 7th, getting the job done for the Firefighters as they began to mount their comeback. Bridges with the sac fly to play to run for the Firefighters. Bottom half, here's where Temple steps in. 3 trick plays induced, earns a point in the inning, and he puts the Firefighters in line for an equalizer point.
And Darian McDowell put the ball in play, driving in a run with the fielder's choice in the 8th inning. That would lead to another inning win. So with the equalizer point, a 3-2 Firefighters lead, but 2 runners in scoring position. Cox straight to EJ. A perfect strike to Zachary Bridges to gun down Oberst at the dish. That saved the game, and then Johnny Hummel did the rest on a 3-2, breaking off a nasty bender to strike out the Bananas captain Bill Leroy. A very impressive come-from-behind 3-2 win from the Firefighters to open the series.
And that's been the pitch that's gotten him a lot of those clutch strikeouts this season against the boys in yellow. So the Firefighters looking for the series win on night 2. Dan Oberst with plans to deny them of that. In the 1st inning, it's Oberst with a blooper into right field in back-to-back games for Oberst, in which he collects a walk-off for the Nanners. Here in the 3rd, Ty Jackson up at the dish, scored the inning-winning run in the 1st. He's the hero in the 3rd. Lacey has trouble with the Banana Ball. It's 2-0 Nanners.
Yeah, Rack scoring to double that lead for the Bananas, and then Reese Alexiadis earning the ball for a sprint to make it a 3-0 Bananas advantage through 4 frames. Austin Drury was fantastic until the Firefighters got to him. 4 runs against him to win the 5th inning, and then a 3-run 6th with the home run from Lamar Sparks. 2nd time in 2 weekends that Lamar did that to Drury, but Bill Leroy saves the day in the 9th, gunning down Noah Bridges, his former teammate, trying to steal 3rd to give the Bananas a 3-2 win.
Just a clutch way to win the ball game for the Savannah Bananas, and a great job from Jacob Azala and Danny Hosley shutting down the Firefighters at the back end of that bullpen. So a rubber match on Saturday night. How about the former Savannah Banana, Eric Jones Jr., his 3rd homer of the season, his 2nd against the Nanners, and he and Darian McDowell went back-to-back in a 5-run 1st inning for the Firefighters.
That, of course, would lead to a point earned, but Dan Oberst, first pitch of the bottom of the fifth, sends it to the land of shadow and flame, and then Reese Alexiadis, the next Bananas batter, leading off the bottom of the sixth, a home run to the landing as well. All of a sudden, it's a 2-1 Savannah lead.
Always fun to see that back-to-back home runs, back-to-back innings. Now in the eighth, Grant Besser gets into a bases-loaded jam. Danny Hosley comes in relief, and he gets a 5-2-3 double play. So the Nanners look like they might get out of it. They are denied. Dalton Cornett, the catalyst of the offense for the Firefighters across the weekend, with clutch hitting to send us to showdowns. Hosley facing off against Lamar Sparks, freezes him. Nasty two-seam action for Hosley, his 10th showdown shutdown of the season. And in the bottom half, Oberst battling gets tumbled for the third time in the ball game, and Dan Oberst sends us home happy. The second walk-off home run in showdowns in Bananas history, and it lifts them to the series split in the season and that series win.
Yeah, the Bananas and Firefighters finished with 6 wins apiece against each other this year. You take a look at how Dan Oberst was the motor of the Bananas offense last week. How about 5 of the team's 19 hits, a third of their extra base hits, nearly half of their RBI.
Well, look, the pitching certainly got the job throughout the weekend, but when it came to the offense, Dan Oberst was a one-man wrecking crew. You see 5 of the team's 19 hits belonged to Oberst. He had a third of their extra base hits, 4 of their 9 runs batted in. And we just got to look at that home run that left the park in showdowns. That's truly just the cherry on top at what was an all-around dominant week that earned him Player of the Week.
Yeah, and he was so close to earning Player of the Month honors in July. He was fantastic across the 7 games that the Bananas played. He certainly could have won it if not for Tanner Allen. But you take a look at what he's done across these last 15 games, 11 of which have been multi-hit performances.
And he's certainly in those MVP conversations. I think rightfully so. Kyle Martin is probably still the favorite. The Texas Tailgater star has been everything and more for that team. But after Kmart, Dan Oberst might be the next man up when you're talking about this race. He has just been unbelievable for the Banana squad. You see 11 extra base hits in this span for Danny Barrels.
Yeah, there's probably 3 or 4 Coconuts hitters in that conversation as well. We'll talk about them in a little bit, but for now we're focusing on the 3 teams at the top of the standings. Bananas, Coconuts, and Tailgaters all tied with 24 wins. The only difference, the Bananas have played 1 less game, and they did not lose it. So the Bananas a half-game advantage over the Coconuts and Tailgaters. How lucky are we that we get to see the Bananas and Coconuts this weekend in Minneapolis?
So fortunate. I've got my eyes set on that bottom line. The Coconuts this year are 6-3 against the Texas Tailgaters. So with only a 3-game series next weekend remaining against Texas, if the Coconuts win any of those games next week, they will secure the season tiebreaker over the Tailgaters. Let's look micro. Tonight, the Coconuts beat the Bananas. They're in first place for the first time since opening night.
Yeah, let's get a look at the standings across the entire Banana Ball Championship League here in its first year of existence. There's that half-game advantage for the namesake of the sport. Coconuts and Tailgaters right there. The Party Animals with the 3-game cushion between the Firefighters and just 3.5 games behind them, the Clowns, who took down the Tailgaters last night in Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Well, right now I'm focused on the Firefighters Party Animal Series this weekend in Lehigh Valley. It should be a really exciting matchup that could get the Firefighters a lot closer to the Party Animals when it comes to trying to secure a playoff berth. And here's the thing, the Firefighters also have the benefit. They get to play as the home team against the Firefighters, which could pay massive dividends.
This league is so much fun. And you know what else? I think of PH, I think of parity. And I think about the fact that the Indianapolis Clowns out of the break have the best record in the Banana Ball Championship League. So don't let the 19-26 fool you. This is a team that is still squarely in the mix. The Tailgaters are the only team that's secured a playoff spot. The other 5 jockeying for 3 positions.
When we come back, we've got a whole lot more to talk about when it comes to the hottest team in the sport, the Loco Beach Coconuts.
He's in left field. Line number 15, Robert Anthony Cruz.
9, 8,
In center field,
7,
line number 5,
6,
the Doctor, designated hitter, Danny Over. In right field, the future king of the Pirates, wearing number 2, Reese Alexiades. At the third base position, he does it all, wearing number 18, Danny Hosley. Also at third base, wearing number 3, the Raging Cajun, Bryce Grizzappi. At the shortstop position, our glove magician. Expect a lot of tricks from number 6, Ryan Cobb. Also at shortstop, wearing number 4, he's pretty and he's gritty, Kyle KJ Jackson.
Something big, I feel it happening.
At second base, the Dougie Man, wearing number 9, Max Young Goldberg. Also at second base, your future.
Welcome back into our 2026 Banana Ball World Tour pre-show presented by DQ. DQ, happy tastes good. It is a full house here ahead of our first ever Banana Ball game in Minneapolis. Of course, here in Target Field, home of the Minnesota Twins, as we welcome you back inside with Josh, AJ, Biko, and we're talking about the Coconuts. Jordan Brewer and company, they have been superb as of late. Not just all around, but trick plays-wise, they are really stepping it up.
You better be careful. It's hot at the beach, and it just might burn you. The Loco Beach Coconuts have found their footing, and they're running in the sand, rolling like the tide and ripping like a riptide. The Loco Beach Coconuts are here, and they are making their presence felt. How about it? 4 straight equalizer points denied out of the break. The newest team has looked like anything but the fresh faces of the beach. Let's look at what happened this past weekend, because it was historic for the Nuts. Game 1 against the Indianapolis Clowns in Bowie, Maryland was highlighted by Jordan Brewer's single-game trick play record. How about 9 in a game? The most ever by a first baseman. It tied the most ever by anyone in a Banana Ball game. It also came with team history. 20 total trick plays for the Nuts on night 1. That's the best mark in the team's young history, just 2 shy of the Banana Ball record. So early in their tenure, this Loco Beach team has come to play. This is the play where the ball had to be saved. Jordan Brewer, 9 trick plays, highlighted by this one. The ball goes in the back pocket. He's immediately celebrating with the family. Loco Beach, all about spreading love, spreading joy, and going loco. It's a family here that sports teal and orange, and they have worked together in the trick play column all season long. Let's take a look at the trick plays across the league, because, guys, we are fortunate enough to see 3 of the top 5 leaders in trick play outs in this game, but one of them's not like the other. You've got 4 middle infielders in Jonathan Luters, Jordan Hussein, Sal Jacobo, and Ryan Cox. Jordan Brewer, the man of the hour, he has reinvented the first base position.
Well, I think what's really cool also is that when it comes to Jacobo and Cox, both of who will be manning shortstop throughout the weekend, it's likely that we see both of these guys hit 100 trick plays on the year, which would mean top 5 guys all in triple digits here before the middle of August. I mean, it has been so cool to see what the race has looked like throughout the Banana Ball Championship League when you've seen all these teams with an equal number of both home and away matchups.
Yeah, this is the first year in Banana Ball history that every single team will have that equal home and away. Well, I mean, there's actually 3 teams that get 1 more home game, but that doesn't matter. We're pretty darn close, folks. We're pretty darn close. It's 31-30 for all 6 teams in the sport. And the Coconuts across these last 4 games, how about 4 straight times they have denied their opponents the equalizer point, and they're 3-1 across that time frame.
And everyone's been getting in on the party, whether it be Gideon Antle in right field, Tanner Allen Allen in left. Ben pumps Parker with his backflip signature play in center. The full infield, it is gluing and the chemistry is palpable. This is a team that has found their brand of banana ball, and frankly, it's fun. When you watch a game at Loco Beach, you're going to see the ball get mashed. You're going to see pitchers blow it by you, and now you're going to see a tricky defense that since June 1st has averaged over 11 trick plays a game, and that cannot be overstated because that first half of the season, this is a team that was still finding and gaining ground, figuring out how to play banana ball as opposed to the baseball they'd been used to for the vast majority of their life. It goes from 9 trick plays a game to north of 11, and it's safe to say that every day is a school day at the beach. They've learned well.
But this is not just a last 4 games thing. The last time the Bananas and Coconuts did battle, that was in mid-May. The Coconuts have played 21 games since then. The 13-8 record you can see at the bottom of this graphic, that is the best in the sport across that time. The on-base percentage and strikeout percentage at the top, those are from a hitting perspective, and then the bottom 4 numbers are all for the pitching staff. I mean, that's why I mentioned earlier, this is all-around dominance from Loco Beach.
Yeah, let's be honest, right? I don't believe in secrets here at the beach. To start the season, it was kind of a one-sided show. Loco Beach has always had the offense. They've had the power. They've hit for contact, but now they lead the league in batting average. They lead the league in earned run average, and that 4.42 ERA is a full 1.5 lower than anybody since the last time they've seen the Bananas. So the pitching staff, led by C.J. Williams and a bolstered bullpen that looks more comfortable as time rolls on, has really made themselves a big part of the fold.
And look, you talked about the earned run average, AJ. That's a key reason why they have surrendered the fewest points in this span, just 59. A big reason they're 13-8. And good on Crocco for helping this team clean up some things that they needed to.
And boy, do they have revenge on the brain, taking on the Nanners again. Let's get the rules to banana ball before we see the sport.
Banana Ball is the fastest and most entertaining show in sports. And the 11 rules guarantee the most fans-first experience every second.
Unbelievable!
Welcome to the Banana Ball Championship League.
Rule number 1, win the inning, win the point. The team that scores the most runs in an inning wins the point.
It's a walk-off winner to the deepest part of the field.
Oh my goodness!
With the equalizer point, trick plays provide the away team an opportunity to earn a point going into the final inning. And in the final inning, every run counts as a point. Rule number 2, Banana Ball has a 2-hour time limit, guaranteeing that every game is fast-paced and action-packed. Rule number 3, no stepping out of the batter's box. If you do, it will result in a strike.
Max stepped out of the box, and because he stepped out of the box, that's it!
Rule number 4, no bunting, because bunting sucks. If you bunt, you'll be thrown out of the game. Rule number 5, batters can steal first base.
Ball 3, Gideon taking off for first, throw from Leroy in time.
Rule number 6, there's no walks. Walks are ball 4 sprints. The batter can advance as far as they want until every position player touches the ball.
Those defenders have touched the banana ball. It is a 4-base sprint to open up the ball game.
Rule number 7, no mound visits. Nope. Rule number 8, foul balls caught by a fan count as an out.
Oh, they caught it! They did! They can't caught it on the 3rd point! We're doing a showdown!
Rule number 9, the showdowns. In showdowns, the best of the best face off in the biggest moment. One hitter versus one pitcher with one fielder behind him. And the hitter has to score.
Deep to right center. See you later.
Rule number 10, the Banana Ball Challenge rule gives the coaches and you, the fans, a chance to impact a call on the field. Rule number 11, the Golden Batter. Once a game, each team can give any player an at-bat, regardless of the lineup. This offers the biggest matchups on the biggest stage.
Big on big. Gamer, it's gone! It's gone! It's gone!
Get out of here, ball! That thing had a family!
And those are the rules of Banana Ball.
She's right there. Oh, that's not nice. He doesn't like being challenged. But we'll move on. Rule number 10, the Golden Batter rule. Once per game, each team can take any hitter in their lineup and have them bat in any spot. And finally, the most fans first rule of them all. Minneapolis, I gotta know, did you bring your gloves with you here tonight? Oh, that's good, because if any of you fans catch a foul ball in this game, it counts for an out. And those are the rules of Banana Ball.
And now, direct your attention down the right field line. Time to meet the cast of the 2026 Savannah Bananas.
And your Loco Beach Coconuts.
It's what I like about you. You hold me tight. Never gonna let you go. Wanna come over tonight. Yeah. Keep on whispering in my ear. Tell me all the things that I want.
If you want some gold beads, I need to hear you scream.
What I like about you. Really know how to dance. When you go up, down, jump around, think about your romance. Yeah. Keep on whispering in my ear. Tell me all the things that I wanna hear.
Welcome back into our 2026 Banana Ball World Tour pre-show presented by DQ. DQ, happy tastes good. It's our third ever Banana Ball game here in the Twin Cities after the Party Animals and Tailgaters did battle in St. Paul last year. A 2-game sweep for the Party Animals over the Tailgaters, and now we open up a 3-game set this weekend in Target Field here in Minneapolis between the Coconuts and Bananas. And it marks a return for David Ray Meadows after he missed the 3 games last weekend in Savannah because he was at a wedding. And boy, the Nanners are thrilled to have him. Sam Bauman's got more.
Hey guys, you might remember this face, although it feels like it's been an eternity since we last saw him. DR Meadows has been gone for a week, but he's back. DR, how's it feel to be back with the Bananas?
It feels awesome to be back. I've only missed one wedding due to baseball, and it was my sister's. And just missing my family wedding didn't feel right, but it's glad to be back with the boys.
Well, DR, you've been gone so long, I want to reacclimate you to a few things. This right here, walk with me, we're in the dugout. This is where, yep, get a good feel for it. Sometimes players are down here, mostly you're not. Take a look here. These are Stilt's legs, not actually attached to him. Surprised?
They're sturdy, but he's pretty sturdy too.
Yeah, so that's Stilt's. Let me get, now this might be a surprise, a bit of a familiar face here. This is Reese Alexia. Reese, how's it? You recognize him?
DR. We used to play together.
Guys, they're just.
It's my guy.
Remember you?
Yeah. It's like they never left. Let's keep going. I got to show you a couple other things here. Reese, leave him alone. Yep. Okay, DR. And so over here, this is where you're going to get hydrated. You've got Reginade, water. This is going to be really important because you're leadoff batter tonight. That means you bat first. You're going to want this thing.
Yeah, you got it right, Sam.
Yeah, yep. And then let's grab.
Oh, my helmet. It's been a while. I hope it still fits.
Guys, it's just so nice to have DR back, and I'm glad that maybe you feel a little bit more comfortable now.
It's, when you get comfortable in life, that's a scary thing. You got to be comfortable being uncomfortable to grow as a human each and every single day. I just want to shout out Sam for doing my eye black today. He did a phenomenal job.
That's the wisdom of a birthday boy, guys. A year older, year wiser. DR Meadows, so happy to have him back.
Go Bananas. Just so kind of SB to make sure that David Ray Meadows is well acquainted with everybody and everything on the team he's been playing for across the last 5 years. When we come back, we will be oh so close to first pitch here in Minneapolis.
because it is now time for the fan warm-up. So please welcome to the field 6-year-old Ellie. Here she comes. All right, Ellie, this is very important. We need to get this crowd fired up tonight. So whatever you do, they're going to do. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Ellie, are you really ready for this?
I am ready.
Yes. All right, Ellie, here we go. Let's get some music, Shark. Here we go. Oh, yes, good start, Ellie. All right, we're rolling. We're rolling. I like it. Oh, get those. Oh, we're getting those arms going. We're looking strong. What? Pulp Fiction? How do you know that? Okay. Oh, scuba. Scuba. Oh, wow. Jumping jacks. Good job, Ellie. Oh, we're going to clap it now. Ellie, look around. 39,000 fans going crazy for you. Fans, let's hear it for 6-year-old Ellie.
And now it's time for your Coconut starting lineup.
Welcome back into Target Field as we are that much closer to first pitch of this 3-game series, the first ever headlining series in a big league park for the Loco Beach Coconuts. They go against the Savannah Bananas. This is the 6th, 7th, and 8th time these teams have battled this year. So far, the Bananas 4-1, but the record does not do justice to how epic the 5 duels have been thus far. And I'm sure it will just be even better tonight with Austin Drury, number 4, when it comes to draft picks in the inaugural Banana Ball player draft, against Drake Fontenot, number 2, when it comes to the Loco Beach Coconuts, their first ever draft pick.
Allow me to introduce you to the Coconut Cannonballer. You said it, the first ever selection. And let's go back in the time machine. Mark Crocco coached the developmental team of Banana Ball last year, the Visitors, and his guy, his ace, was Drake Fontenot. He got the best look at him of everybody, brought him back, and for good reason. He's pitching innings in less than 4 minutes on average. His ERA 4.13, third best on the team. His 72 innings of work are far and away the most on the staff.
Yeah, well, meanwhile, you've got Austin Drury leading the Banana Ball Championship League in strikeouts, and he's really made a difference for this team since the Banana Ball Open. This is something we kind of touched on last weekend, but it really bears repeating. In away games this season after the Banana Ball Open, you see the Bananas, a 4-3 record in those Drury starts. They are 2-8 in games started by anybody else. And you see, on average, you need about 9.1 runs per game to win as the away team. You see, they have certainly done that when Drury has taken the mound. It's been really tough for the offense to get run support for a lot of these other guys. So the Bananas turning to Drury here in Game 1 to hopefully get off on the right foot tonight in Target Field.
Yeah, talked to Tyler Gillum, a handful of players on the Bananas, about this effect right here, and they mostly think, well, it's just they have so much more confidence when AD, their ace, is on the mound, and they've got to figure it out offensively when the rest of the fellas get the ball from the get-go as well. First pitch coming up after this.
Tokyo, Japan. The Banana Maniacs come from across the globe to witness this. This is not baseball. This is the crucible where the fastest, hungriest, and most entertaining players are forged. This is a game of the fans, by the fans, and for the fans. But this is not your granddad's pastime. This is not just another night at the ballpark. This game is baseball by birth, fruit by name, and an absolute worldwide phenomenon by the grace of God. This is the time for all 39,000 people here in the Twin Cities to get on your feet and give me your voices. because this is the greatest show in the sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Banana Ball!
Target Field, it's time to meet the starting lineup for your Savannah Bananas. Leading off.
Banana Ball is the fastest and most entertaining show in sports. And the 11 rules guarantee the most fans-first experience every second.
Unbelievable!
Welcome to the Banana Ball Championship League.
Rule number 1, win the inning, win the point. The team that scores the most runs in an inning wins the point.
It's a walk-off winner to the deepest part of the field.
Oh my goodness!
With the equalizer point, trick plays provide the away team an opportunity to earn a point going into the final inning. And in the final inning, every run counts as a point. Rule number 2, Banana Ball has a 2-hour time limit, guaranteeing that every game is fast-paced and action-packed. Rule number 3, no stepping out of the batter's box. If you do, it will result in a strike.
Max stepped out of the box, and because he stepped out of the box, that's it.
Rule number 4, no bunting, because bunting sucks. If you bunt, you'll be thrown out of the game. Rule number 5, batters can steal first base.
Ball 3, Gideon taken off for first, throw from Leroy in time.
Rule number 6, there's no walks. Walks are ball 4 sprints. The batter can advance as far as they want until every position player touches the ball.
Those defenders have touched the banana ball. It is a 4-base sprint to open up the ball game.
Rule number 7, no mound visits. Nope. Rule number 8, foul balls caught by a fan count as an out.
Oh, they caught it! They did! They caught it on the third point! We're doing a showdown!
Rule number 9, the showdowns. In showdowns, the best of the best face off in the biggest moment. One hitter versus one pitcher with one fielder behind him. And the hitter has to score.
Deep to right center! See you later!
Rule number 10, the Banana Ball Challenge rule gives the coaches and you, the fans, a chance to impact a call on the field. Rule number 11, the golden batter. Once a game, each team can give any player an at-bat, regardless of the lineup. This offers the biggest matchups on the biggest stage.
Big on big. Gamer, it's gone! It's gone! It's gone!
Get out of here, ball! That thing had a family!
And those are the rules of Banana Ball.
Welcome into Banana Ball, live on the ESPN airwaves. We come to you from Minneapolis, Minnesota, where over 39,000 fans have converged on Target Field to witness the opening battle of a 3-game set here between the Savannah Bananas and the Loco Beach Coconuts. It's the first ever headlining series for the Coconuts in a big league ballpark in their inaugural season of existence. It marks the beginning of a massive month for Loco Beach as we welcome you inside with the statistical savant of Banana Ball, Josh Talevsky, the voice of the Coconuts, AJ Switek. I am Biko Scala. Again, happy Big Tiger Friday. Thank you for spending it with us here in virtual Banana Land. Talked about it on the pregame show. It bears repeating. The Coconuts 1-0 in August. They play the Bananas 7 times and in some massive venues.
It is, and it's a historic timeline here for the Coconuts. Between 2 big league parks and their first ever football stadium, it's just so amazing seeing Jesse Cole's vision come to fruition for one of the newest brands of the sport.
And for the Bananas, a massive test for them, facing one of the top 3 teams in the sport 7 times in August.
Nonetheless, they are 4-1 against Loco Beach this season, but here's the thing. Every contest has been really tight and given us a lot of really fun, iconic moments. You think about the fan challenge that won the game for the Coconuts, a go-ahead home run for Ben Parker, the Bananas, a 9th inning comeback against the Coconuts in San Diego. I think this series should really deliver some more big moments when it comes to this season series.
And it has been late inning madness that has been a staple across the 5 games that these 2 teams have played so far. Here is how Loco Beach lines it up defensively, brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Left to right in the outfield, it's Tanner Allen, Ben Parker, Gideon Antel. Third to first in the infield, J.D. Urso. You see Sal Jacobo at short, the designated fielder. Then Peyton Chatanier and Jordan Brewer with Ashby Vining behind the dish.
Yeah, and this is a group for the Coconuts that's continued to put their chemistry on display. They've glued as a family, and it showed up between the lines. Sal Jacobo will be hit in place for by Dane Tomlin. Him and Peyton Chatanier, the twin killing duo, have switched positions. At the start of the year, Chatanier was the shortstop. Jacobo was the second baseman. Coach Crocco, the head coach of this group, is a true visionary. And when he put this defense out there, it's looked entirely different. Headlined by J.D. Urso, the new everyday third baseman. They're all looking to defend the hill for Drake Fontenot. He sports a 4.13 earned run average in his rookie campaign, 3-1 the record. His 72 innings of work are more than twice that of anyone else on this pitching staff. Wow. He's got a minutes per inning sub-4. He is a true banana ball pitcher. He's not afraid to get you on strikes. He's not afraid to induce contact and let his guys trick behind him, and he is just so confident. The Coconut cannonballer, whenever he's on the rubber, he's unfazed if there's no one on the bases or if the ducks are all over the pond.
And 87 groundouts induced this season for Fontenot, tops in the Banana Ball Championship League. A key reason why 48.5% of his outs have been trick plays this season.
Let's take a look at the Banana starting lineup, brought to you by PNC Bank. DR Meadows, after missing last weekend at a wedding, he is back at the top of the order where he belongs. Kyle Jackson behind him in the 2-hole, then Dan Oberst, one of the hottest hitters in the sport. The 401 batting average you see next to his name is the best in Banana Ball. Reese Alexiadis, Robert Anthony Cruz, Bill Leroy in the middle. The bottom 4, it's Ryan Cox, Max Young Goldberg, Jackson Olsen, and Danny Hosley.
I'm looking at the birthday boy, DR Meadows, at the top of this lineup for the Bananas. He's batting .500 against the Coconuts this season and hoping for more good results, as he has been fantastic in Game 1 specifically of series here in 2026.
He is often really a benchmark for how this team goes. Let's get it on down to Jesse Cole.
To kick us off here tonight, we have a special first pitch. But in Banana Ball, the first pitch counts as either a ball or a strike. So for tonight's first pitch, please welcome a 6-time All-Star, former MVP, and National Baseball Hall of Famer from your Minnesota Twins, Joe Mauer!
Tough to dream of a better representative of the Minnesota Twins, rocking the Loco Beach Coconuts jersey, than Joe Mauer to christen this weekend.
This brings a tear to my eye. It really does. First ever celebrity appearance in a Coconuts jersey. There's no one you'd rather see it be than Joe Mauer. My first ever favorite player, grew up playing Little League for a Twins team. I mean, this is absolutely unbelievable.
He said a fastball's coming. And just a bit inside to a righty. Good frame by Ashby Vining. It was the first pitch that counts.
Wow.
And how cool for Ashby Vining, the catcher, getting to talk with the 2009 AL MVP award winner, getting some words of wisdom, and hoping it'll lead to good luck tonight for Loco Beach.
Only one thing left to do, and that's to start the wave.
Banana Ball, we start the clock. And at Loco Beach, every game begins with a wave. So Minneapolis, I'm gonna need your help creating the biggest wave this stadium has ever seen. Starting right here in right field on my count. All right, in 3, 2, 1, start the wave!
CJ gets us going. The water cannon's locked and loaded, shooting through the sky here in Target Field. First ever Loco Beach Coconuts headlining game in a big league park. The beach has touched down in Minneapolis. And DR rolls one over to third. JD Urso behind the back transfer. Jordan Brewer, the reception at first. A trick play to get us going.
It's really good field from JD Urso, and that's a good way to get your defense into the game for Drake Fontenot. Slow roller to third. JD Urso handles it and adds his 38th trick on an around-the-world fashion.
Yet only 2 missed this season for JD Urso. He has been really consistent for this Coconuts team, and this is what we're expecting from Drake Fontenot throughout the night. A guy who's just going to continue to keep the ball on the ground. That's been very much the story of his season. It's how you saw this game kick off.
Excellent numbers you just got to look at for Kyle Jackson here in his second full tour in the sport, 3rd year overall after he started as a visitor back in 2024, facing off against the 2025 visitor on the bump. KJ's .458 on base percentage, best on the Bananas after he led the sport, reaching at a .481 clip last year.
Coconuts coach Crocco had a really special moment with KJ before the game today. They said, you know, it's visitors forever. They came from the same background and now are here in front of a sold-out Target Field.
2-2 fouled away. We'll do it again. Nice snag. Down there by Dalton Malden, legendary Banana. As this one skied to right, Gideon Antel, first action. He will tip it, and into the hat of Peyton Chatagnier, double trick play. Make it 3 trick plays on the first 2 outs.
Count them both, and get used to seeing it. This Coconuts team is hot, baby. The defense continuing to look sharp. Gideon Antle, tip drill. Peyton Chatagnier through the glove. He knew he wanted the hat. He's so good at covering ground. The rangy second baseman secures out number 2.
Dan Oberst fooled on the first pitch slider from Fontenot, which is part of a primary 4-pitch mix, sinker, slider, curveball, changeup. As he pours the fastball in for strike 2. Vincent Chapman, the home plate umpire. And a professional take on the 0-2 bender. Oberst, the .401 batting average, talked about it a moment ago, it bears repeating, best in all of Banana Ball. His .713 slugging percentage pacing the Bananas. He's tied or leading the team with this 38 runs scored and 38 runs driven in. And he gives the fans an opportunity early. This has been the one bugaboo for Oberst. 8 foul outs to fans this year. That is also pacing the World Tour.
And you saw that fella, he was diving into the concourse to try and make a play against that foul ball from Dan Oberst. Very close to that single season record. And spinning on a nice pitch low in the zone from Drake Fontenot to draw us even at a 2-2 count.
Not coy with the mannerisms. He wanted it, understandably so. As Urso will cut in front of Jacobo. Behind the back transfer, Jordan Brewer between the legs. A double trick play. A 1-2-3 inning. 5 trick plays on the frame for Loco Beach.
How about 5 of them in the first inning? 3 outs, 5 trick plays. Welcome to Loco Beach. One of the newest teams to the sport in their inaugural season. Looking so comfortable. A second for Urso in the inning. A first of many for Jordan Brewer comes between the legs, and it comes with a scoreless 1-2-3 frame from Drake Fontenot.
Brewer up to 107 to pace the team. Just a remarkable rookie campaign here in the sport as you get a look at the Nanners defense brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Left to right in their outfield, it's the usual suspects. Rack, DR, and Alexiadis, third to first in the infield, same thing. KJ, Cox, Olsen, then Ziegler in there as the designated fielder. In the backstop, it's the captain, Bill Leroy.
Well, it's the guys up the middle who were really sensational a weekend ago. Olsen has been successful in each of his last 12 trick play attempts for the Savannah Bananas. You saw a great level of difficulty from the grade 8, and meanwhile for Ryan Cox, he can get to 6 trick plays throughout the weekend. It would be a 4th straight tour for Coxie where he reaches triple digits.
In the middle of it all, it's the ace for the Bananas. His 78 innings pitched this year, the most on the squad, second most in the sport. The 71 strikeouts that you see right there, well, that is more than any other pitcher in the year of 2026. AD got hit around last outing, but it's really a deceptive 7 runs he gave up. He had 4 scoreless, gave up the 7 runs across his last inning plus of work.
Yeah, again, he still helped the Bananas get the victory, and he's been excellent in Major League Baseball parks this season. In 7 starts, he boasted a 5-1 record, 32 innings pitched, a 4.08 minutes per inning mark, and he's got a 3.66 earned run average in that span as well. The Nanners continue to go to him and trust that he'll be their ace.
You get a look at one of the most impressive lineups in the sport. The Coconuts, brought to you by PNC Bank. How about these batting averages? The top 3, Parker, Allen, and Tofflin, all above 370. That's ridiculous. They're all in the top 10 of the sport. And Tell, the cleanup man, has been unbelievable as well. From there, it's Vining, Brewer, Osberg, Urso, Chatanier, and Morgan, and there are no breaks.
Yeah, and the averages don't even tell the full story. Ben Parker hitting 384 is getting on base over 50% of the time in the leadoff spot. It's kind of a stacked lineup that goes on base slugging, Croc knows that all it takes is a couple of batters to walk anybody off with a lineup like this.
Ben Parker, here in his rookie season, there's a reason why he went number 7 overall, the second player selected in Coconuts history, and boy, that has paid dividends for Mark Crocco and company. Facing off against his fellow first-rounder in Austin Drury. Oh, kid with a glove. It clanged off the mitt in the upper deck.
What I'm already loving is that the fans here in Minneapolis are hungry to catch foul balls. You get a lot of O's when these folks try and make their best attempt. And granted, fellas, we are just 1 foul ball caught away from 100 here in the 2026 tour.
1-2. Swing and a miss. That is something you do not see very often from Ben Parker. He's got 23 sprints to lead the Coconuts. That was only his 14th K this year.
While we're on the topic of rarity, Tanner Allen is almost never going to strike out looking. Only 3 backwards Ks this season. The former player of the year, picked in 3 straight MLB drafts, just puts the ball in play. He's hitting 570 since the start of July.
And swings at the first pitch, right on cue. No catch, leaning over the upper deck again. Nice snag on the ricochet. That does not count for an out. It's got to be the first person to touch the ball. It has to be a clean catch for a fan to get an out in banana ball. As this is right back up the middle. What a play by Drury, a 360. I don't know how he found the banana ball. And then he throws a heater to Ziggy's chest for the out.
He spun himself all the way around before he fielded that banana ball. AD, an adventurous route to tracking that chopper. And man, Alex Ziegler over there, he looked bewildered at the fact that AD was able to retire TA like that.
And then a center cut fastball right down the chute to another incredibly dangerous bat. It's the great Dane Tofflin out of Grand Prairie, Alberta, Canada. All 6'4" and 230 pounds of them, hitting to the tune of 371, as you can see. And the team leader with 44 runs driven in. So consistent. And maybe some would say even undervalued this year, even though he's been unbelievable.
I mean, you mentioned the consistency. Tofflin has batted 300 or better in every month to begin his banana ball career. That is 5 straight for the shortstop for Loco Beach tonight.
Yeah, of course, penciled in as the shortstop. We'll see Sal Jacobo at short all 9 innings. Most likely. Tofflin's played a good amount of third base this year, but the damage that he does with the bat is where he really brings his value. He will earn the ball for sprint here, All 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher touch the ball in short order, making it live, and Toughlin gets just 90 feet on it.
Well, Big Timber carries some serious lumber, but he's also not afraid to work a sprint. He leads the league in hit by pitch, and that helps his .475 on-base percentage to continue to chug along.
And now it's the Ant-Man. Big swing and miss on the fastball from Drury. Antel, one of the most valuable picks in this draft. How about 73rd overall, snagged in the 10th round. The pride of Licking, Missouri, lofts that into right center. It'll be down for a knock. Toughlin rumbling towards third. He will get there without a throw. And all of a sudden, the inning-winning run, 90 feet from scoring.
Really timely hitting from Gideon Antle brings up Mr. Clutch, the face of the beach, the guy you won up with 2 outs and a chance to walk off the first inning of your first ever headlining series. Ashby Vining leads this team in walk-offs. He is made for the moment.
9 inning enders this year. A pair of them have been game enders for Ashby Vining. He lives for the big moment as he fouls off the heater.
Yeah, and unsurprisingly, when you see a guy leading a team in walk-offs, he's got a .321 average with runners in scoring position, tech on 2-ball-4 sprints in those situations as well. And Ashby with a mammoth swing. That one way foul and not caught by the fans.
Yeah, if I'm Austin Drury, I'm not giving him that pitch again. You don't want to let Ashby Vining straighten that thing out.
Got a walk-off homer his last game played. That was last Saturday in Bowie, Maryland. Down swinging on the back foot bender from AD, who picks up a couple strikeouts. Up to 73 on the season, leading the Banana Ball Championship League. He strands the inning-winning run at third, and we are scoreless through 1 inning of action here in Minneapolis.
The hair, the bod, when you're staring at a demigod. What can I say except you're welcome for the tides, the sun, the sky. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. I'm just an ordinary demiguy. Hey, what has 2 thumbs and pulled up the sky? When you were waddling yay high, this guy. When the nights got cold, who stole you fire from down below? You're looking at him, yo. Oh, also I lassoed the sun. You're welcome to stretch your days and bring you fun. Also I harnessed the breeze. You're welcome to fill your sails and shake your trees. So what can I say except you're welcome for the islands I pulled from the sea. There's no need to pray. You're welcome. Ha, I guess it's just my way of being me. You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, come to think of it, kid, honestly, I could go on and on. I could explain every natural phenomenon. The tide, the grass, the ground. Oh, that was Matt.
Welcome back to Banana Ball here in Minneapolis. Before we get to the top of the 2nd inning, we've got to check in down on the field with Sam Bauman.
Thanks, Biko. I'm with maybe the most beloved man in the state of Minnesota, Joe Mauer. Joe, you come out here, the crowd obviously familiar with you. How'd it feel to see this place full and to hear the crowd on their feet?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. What a nice welcome that was, and support for the Bananas and the Coconuts. I knew Minnesota was going to do a great job, so looking forward to a great weekend here at baseball.
And Joe, any thoughts about taking it at bat, or I'd heard maybe you weren't so interested in that?
Well, the thought did cross my mind, but I'm going to leave it to these young bucks out here. They're doing a great job, and the baseball, these guys are they want it. Each team wanted a strike, didn't want the strike, so they're competing out here, which is fun to see.
Well, Joe, your last at-bat as a Twin was pretty good, too. We'll hold on to that one. Guys, back to you.
Thank you very much, SB. That's Joe Mauer, 43 years young. That's a spring chicken. As Alexiadis down swinging. Drake Fontenot his first K.
What a special start for the Coconut Cannonballer. Let's not let the trick plays get lost in the sauce. The Coconuts have 5 to the Bananas 0, and now Fontenot's got his first strikeout. It comes on a swing and miss from Super Reese. He looks comfortable out there.
Sets his sights on another California kid, Robert Anthony Cruz. A deep drive out to left. Tanner Allen will snag it. It was hit right on the button, but easy work for TA.
He's really quickly gained the nickname Johnny on the spot. I don't know what it is, but Tanner Allen is a magnet in left field. Line drives just tend to be hit directly where he's standing. Some of that comes with feel with all of his time playing professional baseball and with the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
It's the beauty of banana ball. There's so many things that make this sport special, but you got a guy Tanner Allen, D1 National Player of the Year out in left field, minor leaguer, and then you got a guy, Bill Leroy, as special to the sport as anybody, here in his 9th year as a Savannah Banana. D2 career at the University of North Georgia, and aging like a fine wine. A career high 8 home runs, second most on the Bananas here in 2026. Good poke out to right center. Ben Parker on the run will catch it. Just shy of the track as Fontenot 6 up, 6 down. Excellent start for Draco.
In under a minute and a half, too. I've got that at a minute 16. Lightning fast from Drake Fontenot. 3 up, 3 down. How about 6 up, 6 down to start his day?
Song finishes, we're gonna finish that song lyric, but let's make it a competition. CJ, who you got over there?
I'm over here on top of the first base dugout representing the entire right field side, and I got a feeling that this side is going to be the loudest side.
Yeah. You may have the entire first.
And what an honor. For the first time tonight, we get to say hi, you two, while we're here in the commercial break on ESPNU. Boy, we have a special treat for you and only you. We are breaking out groundbreaking technology on the broadcast tonight. If you scan this QR code, bottom left corner of your screen, you can join myself, Josh, AJ, and Cheito. And we would really like to replace our handsome mugs with selfies of you, especially if you've got Bananas or Loco Beach Coconuts gear on. I think that'll be a fast track to getting on the broadcast on ESPNU, soon to be ESPN.
Wear your gloves, wear your hats, wear your sunglasses, really whatever you guys are feeling. We want your photos. We want to see you guys interacting, having fun, enjoying banana ball at home.
A lot of different options here, as you can see.
We wanted to make sure that everybody felt inspired.
Right, yep, yeah. Jose and I took our pictures all in the booth. You can see AJ and Josh got into the archive there. Truly.
Oh, we love you, YouTube.
So excited to see the selfies. I'm sure there will be a lot of familiar faces popping up in there. How about that view from outside Target Field, an apartment building out beyond left. Folks having a wonderful Friday night on their balcony. Looking down on one of the best ballparks in the Bigs. Target Field, built in 2010. This is year 17 of its existence. It is as good as they get. The crowd has been phenomenal, over 39,000 fans, of course, full capacity. This is the 634th straight sold-out game in Banana Land. As Jordan Brewer, first pitch he sees in the home half of the second. It survives a dangerous trip into the stands. Osberg on deck, Urso in the hole. This is 6, 7, and 8 in the Coconuts lineup. And it is still a gauntlet.
Well, the way I like to think of it, it's power on power right now. Brewer only 2 strikeouts in his last 17 games, has the lowest strikeout rate in that span. And you see more bat on ball as that dribbles into center field and puts a leadoff man on for Loco Beach.
Austin Drury's a hyper-talented arm, but regardless of who's on the mound, there is no hole in this Loco Beach lineup. You never get to take a breath because even after getting through 1 through 5 scoreless back in the first, you have to deal with Jordan Brewer and now Eric Osberg, who played 10 years professionally.
Yeah, Brewer. Oh, wow, how about that? Was that a hidden ball trick? Or a straight pickoff? I had my head down. Brewer's going back to the dugout.
Looked like a straight pickoff there from Austin Drury.
Wow.
Just a quick move over, and we saw him do the same thing last weekend as well. So now Drury showing off That nice move that a lot of these southpaws have to take Brewer immediately off the bases.
That's huge. We get another look at it. I tell you, there's no holes. A pickoff like that will certainly help.
Yeah, that's erases the leadoff single from Brewer. As Josh mentioned, back-to-back weekends with runners picked off of first. Those are the first two in AD's young career. And now the base is empty for the Coconuts' other fourth-round draft pick, Eric Osberg, another man with a lot of affiliated experience with Snag, just 5 picks after Jordan Brewer. Can't connect on the fastball count, even at 2-2 on the Pride of Florence, Massachusetts. And the count full.
Last time Osberg played the Bananas in a big league park, he left the yard at Petco Park out in San Diego.
Chance for the fans. Yes, clean catch, second deck. Eric Osberg fouls out to that, gentlemen. It's the 100th foul ball caught by a fan for an out this season. And of course, that man got us a DQ shake snag. Fan who caught the foul ball won free DQ for his row, and you can win at home by scanning this QR code to download the DQ app and earn your own rewards.
Well, I think that's the sigh of relief that the people here in Minneapolis needed. They get to rejoice with that guy, make a little history here on the 2026 World Tour. And now AD shatters the bat of J.D. Urso. Cox charges, bare hands, and throws in time to Alex Ziegler to retire the side in order. 3 minutes and 2 seconds for the Savannah Bananas. And now we go down to the field to the human Twinkie race.
Listen, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but one of the affectionate nicknames for the Twins is a name I've always liked. I always like when they refer to the Twins as the Twinkies. And that has inspired our next event that we have here on the field, because I have 2 teams of 2. I've got Matt and Tim, and I've got Brandon and Derek. And here's what's going to happen. This is called the Human Twinkie Race. When I say go, each of the teams is going to split up, running towards either first or third base. When they get there, they're going to have to put whipped cream all over their bodies. Then they're going to have to run to second base, give a nice big belly bump, run back in the other direction, come back here at home, and belly bump one more time. But here's the thing. Whichever team is in last place, the team that loses has to take a Twinkie and eat the cream off of the winning opponent's bodies. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Human Twinkie Race. All right, boys, let's lock in. On your marks, wait, hold on, wait a minute, I forgot. Boys, tarps off, here we go, let's get it right. All right, here we go, on your mark, get set, go! And they're off. Pretty even thus far, but really get that on there. All right, the first base side is making their way to home. Oh, there it is. That's Matt and Tim. They are in the lead. They've got to get one more. Matt and Tim leading here. Brandon and Derek bring it up the rear. First team to belly bump is going to be the winners. Matt and Tim get it. So Brandon and Derek, you know what was at stake. Boys, I hope you're hungry. These little yellow, spongy, creamy bits of goodness. Get you a nice bit of extra cream and take that bite, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for the Human Twinkie Race.
Looks delicious.
No thanks.
AJ's out. Josh, you're the deciding vote for the booth.
I can't remember the last time I had a Twinkie, but this is going to sound crazy. I surprisingly kind of want one now.
Yeah. I mean, honesty hour, I probably haven't had a Twinkie in 15 plus years.
But I'm thinking about that cream filling.
Yeah.
And boy, does it sound delicious.
It's pretty good. If I had a tall glass of milk, I'd be all in. Without it, and I want it to be whole milk, please. Whole milk, I'd rather half and half than skim.
No 2% allowed.
I've actually been chugging half and half as of late. Haven't had milk in the fridge. That's a story for another day. Top of the third inning. Ryan Cox, Max Young Goldberg, and Jackson Olsen here to swing it for the Bananas. Scoreless affair thus far. Fontenot and Drury, the two aces, and it's been the pitcher's duel that we expected. Chatagnier on the run. Strike to Brewer to take care of Ryan Cox.
Feels like a typical trick play spot for Peyton Chatagnier, but when your pitcher's wheeling and dealing the way he is, maybe don't mess with the mojo. Good just to get the out there to start the third just as quickly as innings number 1 and 2 for Fontenot.
The Coconuts have a 5 trick play advantage so far. They've gone 4 straight games fending off the equalizer point. As Max Young Goldberg, a chopper to Jordan Brewer. Easy trick play, flipping it between the legs, making sure there's air between the bare hand and glove. His second trick play of the ball game.
Quickly, the tally's up to 6 for the Coconuts. 5 of those came back in the first inning, but they are well on their way to trying to defend a 5th straight equalizer point.
Jackson Olsen on a hop. Chatagnier between the leg transfer. Brewer showing off the flexibility. His second trick play of the frame, 3rd of the game. And how about Loco Beach up to 8 already? Nanners yet to get 1.
After 1 minute and 16 seconds in the third. How about 1 or in the second? How about 1:15 in the third for Drake Fontenot? That ground machine is going burr right now, and the Coconuts cooking defensively.
Let's get another check back down in on the field. Here's our Bananas Foster family of the game.
Across the United States, there are over 400,000 children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. Look around. That is enough to fill Target Field 10 times with the amount of children currently experiencing foster care. To raise awareness and support this community, we created Bananas Foster, the official nonprofit of Banana Ball. Our organization is dedicated to celebrating those in the foster care community while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight, we are celebrating the Simonetts family. Brittany and David became licensed foster parents to take care of their cousin through kinship care. They were then inspired to continue accepting placements and opening their home to other children in need. They then decided to open up their home to adults by providing care for adults with cognitive delays. They have been licensed for 11 years and have welcomed 16 children and 3 adults into their home. Fans, please help us celebrate the Simonetts family for making a difference right here in your community.
What a perfect time for our Banana Ball game tonight to go from ESPNU to ESPN1. We welcome in the audience who just got to see that Little League softball battle between Guayama, Puerto Rico and Toms River, New Jersey. You get to see what Banana Ball is all about, honoring foster families around the country. This is a big shout out to Brittany and David, superheroes here in the Minneapolis area. We are middle of the 3rd inning. Scoreless game thus far. Coconuts coming to hit against the Bananas after this short break. Welcome back into Banana Ball Live on ESPN. Scoreless game heading to the bottom of the third here in Target Field. And a brand new experiment here in the world of BTV. These are photos that our fans watching the game tonight have taken and sent in using that QR code at the bottom left of your screen. Phenomenal selfies, lot of Loco Beach Coconuts gear.
And that brings a smile to my face. You know, just seeing how this team's infectious joy has caught on now really worldwide. I'll tell you what, my sister studied abroad in London. She was on the train and sent me a picture of kids wearing Loco Beach jerseys. So it is a worldwide phenomenon, and it makes me happy. I'd love to see more of it on that QR code.
I still got my eyes on the Bananas squad who sent in a picture, so Bananas still well represented tonight as well.
And the call to action to see if anybody would put a glove on their head like Jose Cheito Benitez did, successful. Great to see. Peyton Chatagnier pulling down the 9-hole for the Coconuts, opening up this bottom of the third inning. We bat 10 in the lineup in Banana Ball, so Grady Morgan on deck, then Ben Parker at the top as that foul ball clanged off the sweet section. You've seen one foul out to the fans already tonight. And it was in the bottom of the second inning. Eric Osberg, former Tampa Bay Rays farmhand, the victim. As Chatagnier with a 2-2 count on him. He's a third-round draft pick for the Coconuts out of Cypress, Texas. National champion in 2022 when he was at the University of Mississippi. Finished up at TCU. Goes down swinging here on the high fastball. Austin Drury, the sports leader in strikeouts. His third of the night and number 74 on the season.
Yeah, and there's some swing and miss in that bat from Chatagnier, certainly. You're seeing him flash the leather early, but a 22% strikeout rate for Chatagnier. He's hoping he can turn things around here in the last 2 months of this World Tour as Grady Morgan hacks the first pitch and fouls it into the net.
Designated hitter for the Coconuts. Hasn't had the first full season in Banana Ball he was hoping for after he debuted on the sports developmental team, the Visitors, last year. But, well, hold on. Tyler Gillam's got a mic in his hands. Okay. I think he just called for the flying V because Austin Drury, all of his defenders are going to go into a Mighty Duck formation out in center field. And they are going to charge Grady Morgan, passing the Banana Ball back and forth. From Ziggy to KJ to Cox to Drury. Crow hop from behind the rubber, just a bit high. Vincent Chapman, the dancing home plate umpire. He's a professional. The showmanship cannot distract him. The zone is the zone, no matter what you do before the pitch.
Well, what I love is that Austin Drury's oozing so much confidence, he doesn't even feel the need to get on the rubber to deliver that pitch to Grady Morgan. Some fun stuff from the Savannah Bananas. And now these Southpaws prepare for the 1-1 pitch that is cut on and missed.
Go out on a limb and say that ball getting by Drury isn't the worst thing. After sprinting in from center field, I'd need a breather.
Yeah, remember, this is not a track star. This is a guy 5 years in the Dodgers organization, 3 more years of professional baseball before finding himself here in the sport of Banana Ball. Pitched for Team USA in 2024. Rich Hill is his teammate, learned a lot from Dick Mountain. As Morgan, a big league pop-up. Into the seats, not caught in the second deck.
Great play for a souvenir on the carom, though.
That's always available. Just a bit low. Bill Leroy trying for the frame. Vincent Chapman wise to it. So payoff coming to Morgan. Guy who was born to be on the Coconuts. Grew up in Laguna Beach. And between his time at Fresno State, Idaho Falls, Chuckers, and the Pioneer League, where he tore the cover off the ball, especially summer of 2024. He was working at a surf shop back in Laguna. Fouls off another 3-2.
And just getting to talk with him at the start of the season, he said, yeah, it kind of feels like it was destiny for me to wind up on this squad. No, he's had a great time. A big, colorful personality on this guy. One of the karaoke kings, might I add.
Earns the ball for sprint. Very impressive plate appearance from Grady Morgan. Big turnaround first. He will slam the brakes as every defender behind the pitcher and catcher for the Nanners touch the ball.
Well, you mentioned Vico, maybe not the rookie campaign he was looking for, but I would argue potentially otherwise. That 224 batting average does not tell the full story with Grady Morgan. Another ball four sprint adds to his .362 on base percentage. He functions as a really good secondary leadoff guy in that 10 hole.
And here's the thing, each of his last 4 starts, he has drawn a ball four sprint for Loco Beach. It just goes to show the discipline he's got in that box.
Yeah, he's now reached 3 out of his last 4 plate appearances, going back to last weekend in Bowie, Maryland against the Indianapolis Clowns. As we've got a ball and a strike on Ben Parker. Struck out swinging on a high fastball his first time. Came in with 1.8 ball four sprint to strikeout rate. Best on the Coconuts. Top 5 in the sport. And ahead 3-1 here.
Keep an eye on Grady Morgan. The Coconuts have not been afraid to try to score from first on ball four sprints this season.
3-1 crank to KJ. He goes between the legs for one. Olsen over to first, not in time. That's the wheels from Ben Parker, making sure it's just a fielder's choice as Kyle Jackson has the first trick play of the ball game for the Bananas.
That'll always blow my mind. Someone that big should not be able to move that well. Ben Parker puts the wheels to full use. He was safe by about as close as it gets, but the Bananas get on the board with the trick play from KJ.
Yeah, much needed for the Savannah Bananas, already quite behind in their hunt for the equalizer point here tonight. But the trick play decision to go between the legs really isn't the difference maker there in a potential double play. More so the pivot from Olsen at that second base bag that keeps Parker on first base for Loco Beach.
Yeah, it was smashed to third. That's a tailor-made double play anywhere you go. Ben Parker, 8 for 9 in his stolen base attempts this year, showing you why. As Tanner Allen will loft this into right. Reese Alexiadis, tip drill for another trick play, and another scoreless inning twirled by Austin Drury. He has responded every time Drake Fontenot has put up a donut, and that's why it's still zeros on the scoreboard through 3 innings here in the first ever Banana Ball game to be held in Target Field.
DJ Shark's got a couple of songs for these gentlemen, and when the music stops, you gotta belt it out. All right, first up, we've got my friend Tim. Tim, are you ready?
Ready, let's do this.
All right, Sharky's ready, hit it.
Point of view, no one to tell us where to go.
Say we're only dreaming. New world. A dazzling place I never knew. And while we're way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you.
That was wonderful, Tim. All right, Pete, that's a tall order. Can you beat that?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I love the confident Shark. What do we got for Pete?
Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things surround you. What more is you looking for? Oh, under the sea, yeah, under the sea, yeah, yeah. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
Great job, Pete. Gentlemen, you were both excellent, but I have to be honest with you. There is a third contestant for Princess Karaoke, and her name is Maddie. Here she comes. Maddie, do you have what it takes to beat these boys?
Yes.
Excellent. All right, Shark, let's hit it.
Conceal, don't feel, don't let 'em know.
It is a beautiful night for Banana Ball here in the Twin Cities. Target Field with over 39,000 fans on hand. And they get to enjoy 74 degrees, sunny, spot of clouds, not too much wind. Humidity at 68% is completely acceptable after last weekend in Savannah.
We got the stamp of approval from Reginald Horton, the Bananas inspirational coach.
That's important.
So I think it's safe to say that these are immaculate conditions tonight.
Can I be honest with you two? What is humidity percentage? At Loco Beach, we don't do that.
Oh, really?
What's the percent humidity?
Law. That's what I've heard.
Yes, you've heard right.
Yeah, we'll get into that scientific discussion at another time. We've got some higher priorities that need to be taken care of. Danny Hosley, bottom of the order for the Bananas, holding down the 10-hole, the extra hitter. And then at the top, it's D.R. Meadows and Kyle Jackson waiting in the wings. As Drake Fontenot, a quick 0-2 count. Really fun battle to open up this fourth inning. You've got the 2021 Mid-Eastern Conference Player of the Year at the dish, and Danny Hosley did that when he was at Norfolk State against the 2025 Gulf South Conference Pitcher of the Year in Drake Fontenot, who did it when he was at Delta State. And Hosley is gonna win the battle. That one just barely sneaks out over the leaping attempt of Tanner Allen. Danny Do-It-All, his first home run of the year, and the Nanners strike first.
He's been in that spot-start role for a lot of this season for the Savannah Bananas, but they've given him more at-bats recently, and you see it paying off. Danny Do-It-All in the 10-hole, a difference maker here in the fourth. He's with Sam Bauman.
His first home run of the year. That's right. Is it all big back? It's all big back Baker. Hey, that's for my boy Ty Jackson. If you're watching, we miss you. Get the boys going. Bananas in 3. Hosley. Hey, that's a Big Bag Bakery special. Order now.
No free ads, but when you hit a home run, then you can talk about your own bakery. Danny Hosley, a young entrepreneur. That's his 8th career long ball, as Antel will tip it, and good hustle to clean it up, grabbing his second trick play of the ball game.
Great job sticking with that play for Gideon Antle. Drake Fontenot went 9 up, 9 down, and then finally had to see the 10-hole Danny Hosley. That's the only hit, the only base runner he surrendered today. So now second time through, he's looking to get right back on the tracks.
And with Kyle Jackson at the dish, we get to welcome in Dan Oberst in the on-deck circle. Danny O, thank you for joining us.
What's up, fellas? Yeah.
A man of few words. Well, he's speaking. It's just coming in and out for us naturally. That's a worm burner to Chatanier, and he has a trick play missed. KJ hustling. And we'll try a mic'd up at bat with Dan Oberst again in the future. There's just too much power. On the 8-year Nanner for our equipment to work, as that one smashed straight away center. Ben Parker right there. Good lumber from Dan. Nothing to show for it. And Reese Alexiadis will dig in. KJ dancing off first. Front door breaking ball for strike one. Super Reese, the first strikeout victim of Fontenot tonight. Chops this one to short. Jacobo lays it. You know he was thinking about a trick play, as KJ is going to get a stop sign from Tyler Gillum. But by letter of the law, that will be ruled in error, as we never saw the trick play attempt come to fruition.
This Coconuts team does lead the BBCL in errors. It's a team that has looked more and more comfortable in the field. That one took a weird hop that got over Jacobo's glove.
And here's the thing, they've shot themselves in the foot a couple times this year with trick plays missed and errors. That's really what cost them the series in mid-May against the Bananas in Grayson Stadium. You're seeing it start to rear its ugly head here in the fourth as Fontenot's trying to escape the jam and gets racked to pop this one up. In shallow left field, great call by Tanner Allen to take over and haul that one in. So it is only one run in the top of the fourth for the Savannah Bananas, now hunting point number one.
It's the solo home run from Danny Hosley, the first run scored for either side here tonight. They will need a 0 in the bottom of the 4th inning to turn that into a point. Team with the most points wins the ball game in Banana Ball.
Really impressive to keep the sailing smooth from Drake Fontenot there. His defense asked him to get 5 outs, and he did just that here at Target Field. It's the smallest footprint of any major league field. Only 8.5 acres here. The dome, as much as I loved it, gone. They've still got plenty of features right here at Target Field, and it has been such a warm welcome. I used to live here in Minnesota, not my first time at the Yard, but it makes me smile every single time. It's a beautiful venue with short porches to right and left.
Yeah, it's 411 at its deepest, just barely in left center, and then it's 403 in right center, where the 23-foot wall goes nearly from straightaway center all the way to the right field foul pole. This is another gorgeous big league park that we are so blessed to get to play the young sport of banana ball in. Target Field, how about that? That is the 22nd Major League Baseball stadium that banana ball has been able to participate in. Comerica Park out in Detroit will be next on the docket. Party Animals headliner game. And we'll be in Arlington the final weekend of the season. Get to see the Bananas and Tailgaters battling in Texas again.
Yeah, just really cool to see the boxes continue to get checked. And I know us personally just having a phenomenal time here. The hospitality from the Twins organization has been unbelievable. I'll tell you what, not a bad view for us either.
I couldn't wipe this smile off my face if I tried. Just so fortunate and so phenomenal. Banana ball continuing to take the world by storm. Target Field no different. And Josh, you've got it on the money. This press box vantage point, it's what dreams are made of.
So to the bottom of the 4th inning. Austin Drury has done a heck of a job working around traffic every frame so far. He's given up a couple hits, allowed a couple ball four sprints. But the most important metric, no runs allowed, therefore no points for the Coconuts thus far. It's got the heart of the order here. Dane Tofflin, Gideon Antel, and Ashby Vining. 3 straight sluggers.
And this is the man the Bananas turn to when they want to be able to uphold these leads in innings. Drury's had 22 innings in which he has entered with a lead. He has been successful at holding that inning lead in 19 of them.
Big swing and a miss on the off speed from Big Timber. Earned the first of the 2 ball four sprints for Loco Beach so far tonight. AD gets him to chase at the high fastball. He's quickly behind 0-2. You see him leaving the box after a foul ball. That's the only time that hitters can leave the box without being penalized with a strike. That ball cranked out to left over the head of Robert Anthony Cruz. Nearly gets Coco out there as the throw in will be well late of a stand-up double for Toffland. So inning tying run in scoring position. Specialty walk-up coming.
In to run, your designated runner, Armani Henderson.
One of the unique rules here in Banana Ball, designated runner Armani Henderson takes over on the bases with a signature walk-up to boot.
And Armani's been fantastic on the bags for Mark Crocco's squad. Kid out of Johnston, Rhode Island, spent the majority of his college career at Johnson in Wales. Leading the tour with 56 runs scored, leading the Coconuts with 15 stolen bases. As Gideon survives the foul ball into the seats. Looped a single out to right center his first time. It's another 0-2 count for Drury. He gave Tofflin a cookie. That's caught on a bobble. Vincent Chapman saw it perfectly. It has to be a clean catch to be an out. It was a fantastic play by that gentleman, but another life for Gideon. sticking with the high heat this time. Antel wise to it. Swing and a miss. It's the elevated fastball for AD's 4th strikeout.
Yeah, not only elevated, but you see him go to the outside portion of the plate against Gideon Antel. Expands the strike zone just a hair. And a lot of frustration there from Antel after that one. Especially a guy with hits in 5 of his last 6, including tonight. That is super frustrating.
Well, the last time we saw Ashby Vining at the dish, he hit a ball a country mile but fouled down the left field side. Now he gets another stab against AD.
The 6 home runs that you just saw, that's tied for the team lead. His 9 walk-offs are tied with Tanner Allen for the team lead as well. AD's doing a heck of a job jumping ahead. That is 3 straight 0-2 counts to open up the home half of the 4th. And a swing and a miss right back to the high fastball. Vining chases. It's 5 punchies for Drury now.
Look, he may not be a member of the Savannah Bananas anymore, but Eric Jones Jr. is the man who brought the fastball back to the Savannah Bananas last season. Really rubbed off on Bill Leroy as well. The fastball still very much plays in this league. And you're seeing it certainly does for Austin Drury, the former Dodgers farmhand, just continuing to pour in the strikes.
He's got the ball on a string right there. Beautiful backdoor bender. And finally, a ball, the changeup. The Brewer was wise to it. You got 2 former minor leaguers battling with the fate of the 4th inning in the balance. Heater just misses the inside corner. Brewer ahead 2-1. It's a 3rd-round draft pick by the Astros back in 2019. That's after he was the Big Ten Player of the Year at Michigan that spring. And after 6 years in the minors, he's found his way to banana ball and fits right in. This is where pitching is so tough. Ball 4 will score Henderson from second and tie this inning. Fastball count, Brewer got it, but he fouls it away. Chance for the fans to win the inning for the Bananas. They can't catch it. Massive 3-2 pitch coming. Henderson, the inning-tying run off of second. The payoff, bounced, fair down the 3rd baseline. KJ behind the back, transfer, perfect strike to Ziegler. AD strands the inning-tying run in scoring position, gives the Nanners the first point of this ball game.
And look, Banana Ball is a game that is definitely based on speed, but Drury took the time to compose himself before delivering that payoff to get out of the jam and earn the Nanners a point, as it's time for fish out of water.
Here in Minnesota, land of over 10,000 lakes. And out of those 10,000 lakes, there's a lot of great fishing spots. And sometimes you go fishing, you catch a fish, and it slips out of your hands. And you end up playing a game that we like to call Fish Out of Water, and that's what we're doing right here. We have 10 sheets at home, and their one main goal is to catch the fish on the mound. The first sheet to grab the fish wins. Sheets on your marks, get set, go! It is any sheet's opportunity at this point. The fish is smooth, he's on the move. Orange is coming in close, followed by yellow and light blue. There's a dive, they dive and miss. Orange dives, blue dives. He is taunting the sheets. Yellow sheet goes down. Brown sheet is getting close. Is he gonna go? It's a dog pile. Give it up for your winning sheet, the brown sheet.
That is some mid-inning banana ball shenanigans. Brand new promotion, Fish Out of Water, and we thank our fish, Caden Bowler, for his service down there. To get another look at the wonderful selfies and pictures that you, the fans, have been sending in tonight using that QR code in the bottom left corner. Once again, loads of Coconuts gear.
I've got my eyes on the furry friends at home, too. All dogs are welcome at Loco Beach. Let's let that be very clear.
I didn't realize that was the furry
there you
friends
go. How
you were
about
talking
that?
about. I'm glad you clarified.
I had a Kyle Jackson sighting.
KJ was in there?
Oh, look at
Yeah.
that. Our guy with shades.
Professor Pooch.
Talk about a dog.
Looked like a learned hound right there. So Drake Fontenot has been fantastic tonight. He's only made one mistake, and it has cost the Coconuts a point. Danny Hosley's solo home run, the only hit against the 6'5 righty, who has Leroy Cox and young Goldberg due to swing it in the top of the 5th inning. He got Bill to fly out to center his first time. Rolls that one over foul. A ball and 2 strikes on the Bananas co-captain. As you can see, low right side of your scoreboard, Coconuts are dominating in trick plays, a 9-3 advantage as Bill spoils the 2-strike offering. It's very important, the equalizer point, in addition, for the first full season this year after being introduced in the playoffs last year. If the away team has more trick plays than the home team going into the final inning, then they earn a point. That is a filthy bender from Fontenot to get Leroy swinging.
Filthy it is. Drake Fontenot's second strikeout of the day comes by the way of swing and miss, and it brings Ryan Cox to the plate here in the top of the 5th. Fontenot just evading barrels, and like you said, outside of one pitch, he's been perfect.
Yeah, and if I were him, I wouldn't be too hard on himself right now. The Bananas, going back to last Saturday, their last contest, all the points that they've been able to net, they've come on home runs.
Gobbled up by Brewer, flipping it between the legs to Fontenot. Jordan has his 3rd trick play of the ball game. Team leading 109th on the year.
So it's kind of like what you're seeing right here. They're getting a lot of soft contact. The Coconuts are getting the trick plays. They're still playing a fantastic game, but the Bananas have just gotten the big swings at the right time. We saw it from Oberst and Alexiadis last weekend, and now we've seen it tonight from Danny Hosley.
MJG takes the sinker for strike 1. And it looks like the Coconuts defense, they're all leaving the field. We just got an announcement that it's time for a hydration break. Thought the World Cup ended weeks ago. Max is stuck in the box, though. I think if he left the box, a strike would be called on him. That's how it works in banana ball. He's dialed. So the Coconuts refueling first base dugout.
This ain't no normal hydration break. It's water war time, Vico.
Oh my gosh. Water balloons flying. MJG caught in the crossfire. Yeah, looks like he caught some shrapnel there.
Max hasn't moved. You haven't seen him even crack a smile. Looks like he caught 2 on the back, maybe 1 on the bat as well.
I'm just glad the boys are staying hydrated.
Talk about a focused rookie.
Right back to your regularly scheduled programming. Young Goldberg ahead 2-1. He has had a very patient approach here in his first year in banana ball. Their 2nd-round pick out of Palo Alto, California. 30 ball, 4 sprints earned. That is pacing the World Tour. He thought he had number 31 right there. As he yanks that foul, count is full. Big swing and a miss. Another disgusting breaking ball from Fontenot, who's boogieing after his 3rd punch out.
Man, as he looks smooth. As the season rolls forward, Drake Fontenot gets better and better and better. The Coconut Cannonballer has allowed just 1 hit today. Let's see if his offense can tie this game in the bottom half when we're back on ESPN.
Hits, ladies, I need you to go absolutely loco. DJ, hit it. I
to experience this live. This is magnificent.
Welcome to Loco Beach, my friend.
Welcome back into Minneapolis. To the top of the 5th. We just had the top of the 5th. Let's forget about that. We've seen a tremendous pitcher's duel so far here tonight between Austin Drury and Drake Fontenot, and that's just more of the same for these two teams since the start of June.
It's all firsts and seconds. I mean, those are the key notes. These are the two teams that are working the fastest. They're giving up the fewest ball for sprints. On the flip side, the strikeouts have been phenomenal. And you see, that's exactly why the earned run averages have been so good for both of these teams. And you're getting the pitcher's duel right now, AJ.
One thing stays consistent across all 4 of those stats, and it's throwing strikes. These two teams fill up the strike zone, at least to quick innings, low ERAs, few sprints, and lots of strikeouts.
A dozen years of minor league baseball experience between pitcher and hitter here. Here's Eric Osberg. Spent 7 years in the Tampa Bay Rays organization. And here in his first year with the Loco Beach Coconuts, has been a very important bat in the middle of this lineup. Most importantly, the roommate of AJ Switek. Just about every stop the Coconuts have been at. And here it's himself a ball for sprint. Aboard after fouling out to the fans his first time.
Pico, I like to think I'm a pretty cool, fun roommate, but the list of Eric Osberg's roommates goes on and on. I don't think I even compare. He roomed in 2018 with Joe Ryan, longtime Minnesota Twins pitcher. So, you know, I'm very honored to be on that list, but I shouldn't be said in the same sentence as him, so I'll stop.
Well, I could tell you, Osberg has spoken glowingly about the bromance that has grown and just gets stronger and stronger by the weekend here in both your first years in the sport. As Urso through the 6th hole, and the Coconuts have something cooking to open up their half of the 5th inning-winning run up to second base.
This is eerily similar to something we saw last weekend for the Bananas. Drury threw 4 scoreless frames for the Savannah Bananas. Then he got touched up for 4 runs in the 5th inning. And that inning for Drury, it started with a ball 4 sprint, which you saw was surrendered to Eric Osberg. So AD really having to work himself now out of a sticky situation as he gets ahead of Chatagnier, 0-1.
Mind you, since the break, no Coconut has more walk-offs than Peyton Chatagnier. He's another guy who's gotten better as the season's rolled forward, continuing to get healthier and healthier. After being sidelined for a few weeks with a midseason injury, he just looks steady out there.
He had a pair of walk-offs in the series opener in Bowie last weekend. Chance for the fans to help out Austin Drury. No catch right off the glove. It was caught on the ricochet, but again, we've talked about it tonight. It has to be a clean catch by the first fan to touch the ball. Still a great souvenir for the youngster who gets it. 1-2. Chatagnier wise to the high fastball after striking out swinging his first time. Cox will go the short way to third after whipping it between the legs. KJ able to hop over Osberg, who was barreling in, and get some words from Kyle Jackson heading back to the dugout.
Frustration from Eric Osberg, but it's the right decision from Ryan Cox. He's a longtime shortstop in this sport. Not surprised to see a veteran make a heady and smart play.
We're going to get a specialty walk-up, high-pressure moment here. 2 runners still aboard, but 1 down now. And Brett Carson from the stands. dual threat Brett.
Much like Danny Hosley with the Bananas, you don't get the nickname Be Everywhere, Brett Carson, dual threat Brett without doing them both. He's a two-way player, pitcher, and now enters as a pinch hitter here in the 10-hole for Grady Morgan.
And immediately flare out to Cox, who wisely tips it to the bare hand. Grabs his second trick play of the inning end game. And that is back-to-back massive outs for AD.
Yeah, and Ryan Cox doing a great job still collecting the trick plays for the Bananas at the same time. Like you said, AJ, a really veteran play for Cox to get Osberg at third base, especially when one run, just one, earns a point for Loco Beach. So now Bill Leroy is going to check on Peyton Chatagnier over at first base, but that ball gets away from Alex Ziegler as it ricocheted off the bag. And so moving up to third base, it's J.D. Urso.
Some great base running from J.D. Urso, and he's used to being on the bases. Holds the Division II record with a 93-game on-base streak playing for his father at Tampa.
We got another look. Ziegler not able to handle the throw cleanly, and it just makes this so much more dangerous, as evidenced by a ball on the next pitch getting away from Leroy. Drury has to hustle off the mound to defend home plate, trying to hold the 1-point advantage. And you got a guy at the dish, came in tonight hitting .384 with a .508 OBP, second best in the sport, only behind Taylor Justice. Parker can't catch up to the heat, throw to third, Urso's out! Oh, Leroy, a back pick to get Austin Drury out of trouble.
Bill Leroy has done so much behind the plate defensively for the Bananas this season. Tried the back pick at first, now goes back at third base, and you see Urso caught over there trying to get back, had a sizable lead instead. The Bananas holding on to just a 1-point advantage.
Oh my gosh, YouTube, it's just us. I can't believe it took me so long to realize. What a wild 5 innings of banana ball we've had tonight. I hope you're having a blast. I think Jose may have invaded our broadcast at some point tonight. That's what got me all tripped up coming in from the last commercial break. I saw everybody saying, oh, we've got banana ball in Spanish. And none of the three of us can do that. Welcome back to Banana Ball Live on ESPN. Let's get our Banana Ball backstage question of the game.
Hey, I'm hanging out in backstage in the dugout with 14-year-old Henry, who's got a question for our Reese Alexiadis.
What's your favorite trick play to do?
I got a feeling I know this one, but let's find out. Reese?
Henry, my favorite trick play is the tornado catch.
What a delivery from Super Reese there. Oh, man.
Punctuated by a Frankie Super, I would presume.
Well, the Bananas, with a lot of them. All 7 are out helping coach first base, and Jackson Olsen is going to get himself a specialty walk-up. August 7th. So you got Jackson Olsen in the 9-hole. Gotta give the Swifty some Taylor. As we get to welcome in first baseman for the Coconuts, Jordan Brewer, to the broadcast live on ESPN. How are you doing, my friend?
What's up, fellas? How are you guys doing? Oh,
fantastic as Jackson Olsen deep out to right, getting Antel on the run. Heck of a play from the Ant-Man.
Wow.
Tends to happen. You get Jordan Brewer on the mic and good things happen.
I tell you what, that is actually extremely impressive after that walk-up run. Wow.
Plenty of pop in that bat. Jordan, a Michigan product. I've got one question for you. Where else would you rather be?
Nowhere, baby. Are you kidding me? Look at this. This is unbelievable to be out here. And! Oh, come on, Ben. Come on, Ben. There you go.
Great comms by you, Jordan.
Hey, fellas, this might be the quickest mic'd up I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, we might have a fast inning on our hands, so it's worth asking. 9 trick plays last weekend. You had it in one game, which ties the Banana Ball record. What was that whole experience like for you?
Let me tell you, it was just like unbelievable. I mean, the infield just kept on feeding me. It was, yeah.
Whoa. Guys. Oh my goodness. There's a tsunami warning at Target Field. Jordan, do you need to take cover down there?
Yeah, you got a rain jacket up there for me?
I do not. Josh, you got one? He's normally prepared for this.
I actually do.
Yep, there you go.
But it's bananas. But it's not a coconuts
you know what?
jacket.
Yeah, let's not do that. I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah, I figured.
Jordan, how does the tsunami inning affect your defense? There is a sprinkler system on behind you.
Yeah, you know, you just close your eyes and hope you don't step on it.
I feel like closing the eyes might hurt yourself in that quest.
Hey, you got YOLO, right?
Yeah, I've always said that.
Man, what a throwback. This is YOLO. I'm that old.
Yeah, that really shows you're a 1997 kid.
Benny just jumped right over that.
Nimble Ben Parker.
All right. I'm going to jinx my guys, fellas. Hey, guys, wish DR happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
happy
DR.
Birthday, DR. They all said happy birthday.
Happy birthday. He's dialed.
That's a fair ball. That's a trick. That's a trick.
On the mic, Jordan Brewer, trick play.
What is that, 5? Is that 5? What is that, guys? Is that 5?
That is 5.
There we
yes,
go.
it is.
There we go. All right, only 5 more. I got it. Here.
It was brief, but it was beautiful. Thank you, Jordan.
Keep up the great work. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
Promo time, y'all.
Here at Loco Beach, we actually have the main head resident of Muscle Beach, and that is our good friend, Ben Pumps Parker. But today, we are looking to find the newest resident to add to the beach. And fans, I'm gonna need your help in deciding on a winner. Let's begin with contestant number 1. Sir, what is your name?
Joshua.
Joshua, all right, Joshua, how old are you?
24.
24 years old. Joshua, try to flex your way into the hearts of the crowd here in Minneapolis. Ooh, got a good tricep, nice little bicep there. All right, very nice, Joshua. Very respectable, very respectable. Let's move on to contestant number 2. Sir, what is your name?
Jim.
We got Jim, and Jim, how old are you?
47.
47 years young. All right, Jim, let's see what you can bring to the table. Oh, he's hitting the double bicep. Not too shabby, my good sir, not too shabby. Now we have contestant number 3. Sir, this is a flexing competition. What's your name?
Jim.
Jim. All right, Jim. How old are you?
72.
72 years old. All right, Jim. Well, let's see what you can bring. Oh, the tarp is coming off. The shirt goes flying. He hits one big flex. My goodness, I've never seen anything like this before. Fans, it is now time for you to decide who will be the newest resident of Muscle Beach. Was it 24-year-old Joshua? Not too bad, not too bad. Was it my good friend, 47-year-old Jim? Or was the winner and the newest resident of Muscle Beach, 72-year-old Jim? Give it up for your winner of Muscle Beach, 72-year-old Jim!
It is a hard-earned victory right there.
I'd like to think, you know, the mustache, the hat. Hopefully that's me someday.
I could only hope.
Man, I'd have lived a pretty good life.
Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
Not at all.
No, dream, dream, dream.
Amen.
Roy Orbison. Bottom of the 6th inning, top of the order here for the Coconuts, trying to solve Austin Drury. He's had plenty of traffic, but has prevented every Coconut that has reached base from coming around to score. It's Ben Parker, Tanner Allen, and Dane Toughlin. You got guys hitting 384, 399, and 371, respectively here.
Mind you, Ben Parker was at the plate to end the bottom of the 5th inning when J.D. Urso was back-picked at 3rd by Bill Leroy.
And it's no surprise to anybody who's experienced Ben Parker in the past that he has hit the ground running here in his first year in Banana Ball. His 3 full seasons at Whitman College out in Walla Walla, Washington. The lowest he ever hit was 369. Had a year hitting over 400. And then all he did was transfer to William and Mary, where he set their career on-base percentage record at 488 and has their all-time longest hitting streak at 34 straight games with a knock. Then does a little side quest, going all in on the bodybuilding, and realizes Banana Ball is the future for him. Got himself cutting down a little bit of the excess muscle and into Banana Ball shape, and he's making backflip catches in the outfield. Had 3 of them last weekend. I mean, he is just a ridiculous athlete and tremendously talented hitter.
And such a good table setter on an 8-game on-base streak right now for Loco Beach. Hoping that extends a little bit further.
What interests me most with Parker is you look at a body like that and you expect, okay, power hitter, but this is the best pure contact hitter at Loco Beach, hitting 384, getting on base over 50% of the time. He has immense feel for the banana ball, able to almost place it to each part of the yard at will.
Another 2-2. He's worked the count full. Austin Drury about to throw pitch number 89. We'd expect this to be his last inning of work. Parker represents the inning-winning run. 2 home runs on the year thus far. He's got the juice to get there, and that's a fantastic take on the full count curve. Watching it drift below the knees. 4th ball for sprint earned by the Coconuts tonight. Yet to turn that into a run, though, as we've talked about.
In the body language from Austin Drury, on that call from Vincent Chapman, kind of turned around a little surprised. I think he was going to get the call on that pitch. Certainly wanted it. Instead, Parker now on first base, and the Coconuts going to attempt to try not to run into any more outs here in tonight's ball game.
Fastball for strike 1 to Tanner Allen. Here's the first pick in the 2nd round of the inaugural Banana Ball player draft, and now he's got a front row seat to Vincent Chapman dancing for over 39,000 fans. And as always, it is to the delight of a full capacity crowd here in the world of Banana Ball. Year 5 for Vincent, calling balls and strikes. Just like Leroy behind the dish, also aging like a fine wine. Allen doesn't bite at the bender. Great stop from Leroy. It's been a ground out to the mound and then a fly out to right for TA so far here tonight. Drury can't front door the breaking ball. And now the fastball misses, so a dangerous 3-1 count on a guy hitting 399. 2nd best mark in the sport, only behind Dan Oberst, the Bananas DH. Fastball fouled away. AD delivers. We'll see if the fans can pick him up. No catch. Right out of the hands in the 2nd deck. TA with a team-high 29-game on-base streak. Trying to extend it to 30 as Meadows was in shallow, and there it is. How about that? Ben Parker will score easily from first. Allen stops at second with the Coconuts team leading 10th walk-off on the year, and we are knotted at 1.
It's a tie ball game at the beach. Tanner Allen walks off the 6th inning in style. A ripper to left center. In comes Ben Parker, and the boys are hitting a dance in unison. 1-1. Took until the 6th inning for the Beach to get on the board, but you can never count them out. It's a team keen to a comeback, and they've already done it here. Brand new ball game with just a third to go.
Make it 10 straight games with a hit, 30 straight games reaching base. Tanner Allen does it in style. Brand new ball game. 3 frames still on the docket. We are knotted at 1.
Fans, please join the Bananas and Coconuts in honoring the men and women that serve this great nation as we salute our hometown heroes of the night. We thank you for your service and commitment to our great country. To our police officers, to our firefighters, to our nurses, to our EMS workers, to our dispatchers, and to our school teachers. The Bananas and Coconuts say thank you.
Let's take a look at tonight's smooth plays brought to you by Tropical Smoothie Cafe. The Loco Beach Coconuts putting on a trick play clinic. It started with a 5 trick play, top of the first inning, with a pair of them coming from J.D. Urso at third. And Jordan Brewer, as per usual, has been the star over at first base, revolutionizing the position. He has 5 trick plays. After a week ago today, we've talked about it, he had the 9 trick play game, tying the individual record, setting a new mark for first baseman, beating Mason Maxwell's total of 8 he had in Lincoln, Nebraska. And the Bananas most likely will have 2 innings to try and cut into that trick play deficit. But it'll be a tall task to earn the equalizer point. They'll need more trick plays than the Coconuts going into the 9th inning, and with over 35 minutes to play, I feel pretty confident we can chop through 2 frames before that timer runs out.
And look, they're keeping the guy who gets the ball on the ground on the pitcher's mound. It's a smart move for Loco Beach. The pitch count has been very controllable for Fontenot, and the Bananas have hit their left-handed pitching very well this season, so they stick with the righty who's only surrendered 2 hits tonight.
And now we're just getting deeper and deeper into season longs for Drake Fontenot. The longer this start goes, the longer his season long will go. The leash continues to get extended as this season rolls on. And that's
Ober's just barely able to get a piece of that.
Ashby Vining does a little boogie.
Always great to dance off the pain. That's a life lesson, kids. It's the beefy part of this order. Oberst, Alexiadis, and Cruz. As that one off the end of the bat, broken bat, Chatagnier diving attempt, can't get it. How about that? Only the 3rd hit of the game for the Bananas. Sometimes you just got to hit it where they ain't.
Just saw Drake Fontenot wave to the bullpen. I'm good to keep going. So he had eyes on Blake Benson, who's getting hot right now for the Coconuts. But as it stands, Fontenot going to continue in this 7th after a squib single.
He's tied the longest start in his Banana Ball career. July 2nd against the Clowns, he went 6 innings. He's gone 5+ now in 5 straight starts. He is really settling in and has turned into exactly who the Coconuts thought they were getting when they took him number 2 overall last November.
And here's the thing, in 7 straight starts, he's induced 9 or more trick plays for Loco Beach. Talk about effectiveness on the pitcher's mound. Drake Fontenot has put himself in a position where for most of the season, Brett Sanchez has led the league in VORP, value over a replacement level pitcher. Drake Fontenot has now overtook him for the sole lead of first.
Well, he's been mighty efficient too. I'm not just talking minutes per inning. He's only 72 pitches into this start, and we're into the 7th inning.
3 straight bad ones, though, to Alexiadis. Takes off the helmet. Lets the look at Fontenot linger after the heater was high and tight. Alexiadis, a strikeout, reached on an error his last time. Pitcher's pitch for strike 1, grazing the inside quarter. Can't forget about Oberst at first. 16 steals, only been caught twice. He's the Bananas team leader in that department. The fans want free donuts. They'll get it if Alexiadis strikes out. Oberst stays put on the payoff, and Super Reese tattoos it into left. And the Nanners with something cooking here to open up the 7th.
And now they made Fontenot work. It was back-to-back 6-pitch plate appearances, an Oberst blooper, an Alexiadis laser into left field. And now Fontenot is taken out of the ball game in favor of Blake Benson, the lefty.
And boy, oh boy, is Bad Benny entertaining. Blake Benson's going to throw 6 pitches in his mix, and he can do them all on a handstands, backflips, and break dances. Benson, a 5.61 ERA. He is a true showman on the hill, and we're going to get it right out of the rip here. Let's see what Blake Benson's got.
Looks like he's going to be dancing from the get-go. Guy who competed in breakdance competitions as a kid. Growing up in Springdale, Arkansas. Has always loved showing off the moves and shows Robert Anthony Cruz some high stinky cheese, cut on and missed. And working quickly all of a sudden. He's ahead. Well, no, he did not get the strike. No, he did. 1-2 count.
You ready for a backflip, brothers?
As predicted. Just misses low.
Can't be put into words how much of a rarity it is what Blake Benson does. He's able to throw breaking balls, fastballs, anything in between out of a backflip for strikes. Until someone proves me otherwise, I think he's the only one on the planet who can do it.
I second that. Big payoff pitch coming, though, with 2 on and no gone. A check on Oberst. And now the 3-2. Heater misses up and in. Oberst will score easily. Alexiadis can really run from first. Coconuts have it around their infield. Now they need to get it to every outfielder. They do in quick succession there. Gideon Antel, the final Coconut that needed to touch the ball before it was live. Cruz will pick up the stake. 29th of his 3rd year here in the sport. And the Bananas a chance for a point. And the Bananas will lead the run scoring celebration with an intro from KJ. What a combo.
That was a true rarity by Blake Benson. This is his 27th outing, only his 9th ball 4 sprint on the season. He's got one of my favorite mentalities in this sport. He talks to me before every outing and says, you know what, if it's up to me, I am only throwing strikes. Blake Benson is never trying to be out of the zone.
And the only team that he struggled against this season is the Savannah Bananas. They have been able to hit him a little bit. Saw them earn the free pass there, and now Robert Anthony Cruz, 6 runs batted in his last 6 games. It's a key reason the Bananas wanted to move him up in the lineup into that 5 spot.
And it's been 4 straight scoreless outings for Benson. 2 of them came last weekend in Bowie against the Clowns. No sprints in any of them. The last time he had allowed a sprint was back in June. Of course, that run is charged to Fontenot. Same will be said if Alexiadis scores from 3rd. After that, everything belongs to Benson. Trying to get the full capacity crowd clapping in unison. There's another backflip pitch. Bender is slapped the opposite way. Antel gets it on the run. Alexiadis will score easily as Gideon fires in towards second. Productive out from Bill Leroy. A sacrifice fly to make it a 2-run frame.
Now coming to hit the world's tallest batter, Dakota Stilts, All-Britain.
Well, this is beautiful. Here you go. It's two guys with very unique talents. Benson, the backflipper and the breakdancer, and the only guy in Banana Ball we have ever seen conquering this sport while on stilts.
This is Banana Ball, baby. A breakdancing pitcher, batter on stilts. Hope you're popping your popcorn.
Big hack and a miss from Dakota All-Britain here in his 6th Banana Ball World Tour. Quickly behind 0-2. Saw him swing it 3 times last weekend in Savannah against the Firefighters. Struck the ball very well twice, but they were hard hit grounders straight to defenders. He ended up with 3 ground outs on the weekend. There's the breakdance pitch on the 0-2. Good take from All-Britain. Heater low, and we're even at 2-2. Inside, and from 0-2 to 3-2.
It's a really uncomfortable face-off for a man on the mound. You have to try aiming for a zone that you never knew existed.
Yeah, he fires that well low. And All-Britain has the ball for a sprint. Cruz is going to go first to third. Stilts does his job. He was behind 0-2. And was very patient after that. Did not expand his strike zone. It's the first ball 4 sprint earned this season from Stilts.
He's a hacker, but here's the thing. Blake Benson, he kind of sped himself up as he was facing Stilts. He jumped ahead early, and then you saw him trying to go very quick. He wanted a trick pitch strikeout. Then he just wanted to try and get the MPI down. And in the end, it comes back to hurt him a little bit as you've got guys on the corners.
Yeah, Ryan Cox, who was pinch hit for, gets to re-enter for Stilts there. You have 1 re-entry in a game in Banana Ball. 2-1 coming to Max Young Goldberg. Make it 3 balls and a strike. Strikeout and ground out so far tonight for MJG, hacking at the 3-1. Towering foul ball, a chance for the fans, no catch. This is a big time spot for MJG, trying to make this a crooked number in the top of the 7th. And takes the bender just a pinch low and away. So Cruz will score easily. Cox will go first to third. Young Goldberg sliding into second, out. Fantastic sprint defense from Loco Beach.
Specifically from the outfield. I mean, I don't know that Ben Parker ever held on to that banana ball. It was a perfect tip to help get MJG by mere steps, and hold on.
It was his 30th RBI of the year after he drove in 130 last year, setting a Pioneer League record. And we'll get it on down to Jesse Cole.
Now coming to bat, a former Gold Glove Award winner and all-star for your Minnesota Twins. Please welcome Brian Dozier!
What a cool moment for Brian Dozier and the over 39,000 fans on hand here at Target Field. Dozier spent 7 of his 9 years in the bigs as a Minnesota Twin and showed prolific pop from the second base position.
42 home runs in 2016 for Minnesota. This guy was always a threat at the dish. And when he got his 1 All-Star selection, he homered in his All-Star at bat against Mark Melanson.
0-2 fouled straight back.
This is a guy who received MVP votes in 3 straight seasons, all with the Twins from 2015 to 2017.
Chance for the fans to take care of their hometown legend. No catch.
I actually think I saw the fans duck away from that one. Want more Dozier.
Another 0-2, and he swings and misses. So Blake Benson strikes out Brian Dozier. But another standing ovation for the first ever second baseman in MLB history to have a 40-homer season. Up till today, it's just Dozier and Marcus Semien who have ever done it. Fun banana ball debut for the 2019 World Series champ. Hopefully we'll have a second career plate appearance for Brian Dozier here in the sport of banana ball. Sign me up. So middle of the 7th inning, the Bananas put 3 runs on the board. If they can make sure the Coconuts score 2 or less in the bottom half, they will retake the lead here tonight. Opening battle of a 3-game set. And here is Derek Klena. All right.
What you wanna hear? Keep my glasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I tell you what you wanna hear. Keep my sunglasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time. Oh yeah. I put my armor on to show you there I am. I put my armor on to show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with no brake. Invincible. And I win every single day. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today.
Well, Derek Klena literally could not see through the mask. I really don't understand how Sia does it. This is the guy who started his college career at UCLA and then realized that Broadway was calling. He's spent 14 years on the stage and now gets to combine his 2 lifelong loves of baseball and Broadway music here on the Savannah Bananas. Let's check in with Sam Bauman down on the field.
Hey, thanks, Speaker. Yeah, here with Brian Dozier. Brian, you went up there swinging hard. You really wanted to make some good contact there?
Well, I had to start the swing a little early. This bat feels like about 30 pounds now, but man, that was fun, I'm telling you. I missed some good pitches, though. There were a couple nasty cutters, but that was fun.
Now, you just saw Derek Klena go out here. Do you have a pitcher in mind, maybe one of your teammates who you could see singing their way up to the mound? Or?
No, not really. I mean, we had some good dance parties and all that kind of stuff, but as far as singing, no. There's not a guy I know that in the big leagues that can sing.
Brian Dozier, thanks so much for joining us this evening. I bet he's got some vocal cords in him. Yeah, let's check it out, guys.
Sounds like it to me. Some serious Mississippi twang right there.
And I really figured like Irvin Santana back in the day could have, done something with the voice or some dance moves.
Yeah, the amount of teams he played on, I'm sure he was performing for all kinds of teammates.
Smell baseball.
Dane Tofflin, first pitch swinging, straightaway center. David Ray Meadows, backflip catch! Welcome back, DR.
1 pitch and 1 out for Derek Klena as well. Last time we saw him pitch, July 24th in Wrigley Field, he threw the first full inning of his banana ball career in 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Had some trick plays come behind him, and now he's done it yet again as DR with the best one of the night.
KJ avoids the flying bat. Alex Ziegler can't get the throw behind his back. And Gideon Antell is going to chug into second, getting 2 bases on the missed trick play from the Bananas first baseman.
Firewood on the left side. Impressive that KJ was even able to stick with that play with the bat spraying at his lower half. But over at first, the Bananas are aware that if they want this equalizer point, it's going to be an uphill battle. They wanted to double trick play there. Instead, see a runner in scoring position.
And if there's a time when you can get more aggressive, it's when you have a 3-run cushion in an inning. So it's not exactly poor feel from Alex Ziegler. He was just trying to put some pressure on Loco Beach.
Bingo. And a nice birthday backflip catch from DR Meadows, too. Happy birthday.
Ashby Vining normally swinging for the seats. His job right here is just to reach base so that the inning's tying run in the form of Jordan Brewer lurking on deck can come to the dish, although that ball was drilled out to left. Rack can't get it. The Ant-Man will come on in to score. Vining takes his place at second. 1 run across for Loco Beach, unearned against Klenna. And just like that, the inning tying run will be at home plate.
You can't teach what Ashby Vining does. This guy has a bottom 5 strikeout percentage in the Banana Ball Championship League. He has the lowest ball 4 sprint percentage in the BBCL, meaning he puts the ball in play more than anybody, and for him, good things have happened when it's been to that tune. A ripper of a double scores Gideon Angel, and all of a sudden, blink and you might miss it, but the inning-tying run is coming to the plate, and it's Jordan Brewer, a guy with serious pop.
Well, we just saw Dane Tofflin in the 4th inning night hit a similar ball out to left field, and it's the second time Robert Anthony Cruz on those laser beams hasn't exactly read the banana ball as perfectly as he could. So it's helped Loco Beach, and now the Bananas turn to another guy out of their bullpen in Tristan Levesque.
Jordan Brewer, deep to left. It'll bang off the wall. Vining is going to get the windmill. He's coming in to score on a very long and loud single. And just like that, the deficit for Loco Beach cut to 1 here in the bottom of the 7th.
You can never, and I mean never, count the Coconuts out of an inning. Even when there's a trio put up in the top half, just like that, Jordan Brewer, with near identical contact to Ashby Vining, brings in the face of the Beach and brings up Eric Osberg with a chance to win the inning.
We talked about it earlier, AJ, but Eric Osberg, first time these two teams faced off at Petco Park in San Diego, had a walk-off home run out to right.
And he'd be the first one to tell you, looking internally, 3 home runs is not up to the Eric Osberg standard.
Yeah, especially when you consider when he was spending time in the American Association, he was in the home run derby against Kyle Martin, Banana Ball's home run leader this season.
Set that league's record for doubles last year, by the way. Eric Osberg, a true professional bat.
Three-one count. Levesque got the start last Saturday night. Here he comes out of the pen, trying to give the Bananas the lead again. And in that start, it was a 5-run first inning. Then he twirled 3 scoreless after that. It ballooned his ERA up to 4.15, but that's still 8th best in the sport for qualified pitchers. He has really been fantastic for the Bananas, no matter what situation they put him in. And the key to the success is the pitch right there. The fastball, top of the zone or just above it that he gets Osberg swinging on.
Yeah, the strikeout rate's at 22.5 for Tristan Levesque this season. That is the 3rd highest rate on the Savannah Bananas, trailing only Danny Hosley and Jacob Azala. So big key to his success has been a lot of swing and miss that he's been able to induce. And a great job coming back from down 3-1 to K. Osberg.
J.D. Urso a single his last time. A ball and a strike on him. It's not an overpowering fastball. It's about 87 to 89. Can touch 90. His max in his career is 92, as that was a good-looking heater, just missed inside. But it's the changeup, curveball, and slider that make the fastball play up. Two balls and 2 strikes on Urso.
Very modest lead at first base for Jordan Brewer. Remember, he was picked off earlier in this game, so he is not taking his chances right now on the bases. It's going to be up to Urso to get those legs moving.
Count is full, so now Brewer will be moving no matter what.
With wheels like his, a sprint could tie the inning.
You just got to make sure Levesque is going home with it. He is. There goes Brewer. Soft contact. no catch. In the second deck, just below Jose Chito Benitez, the voice of Banana Ball and Espanol.
And he's wearing a glove.
He always comes prepared. This guy who spent 5 years playing professional baseball in Puerto Rico, that guy knows how to glove it. Popped right side. Alexiadis on the run, makes the catch. And the 7th inning rally falls 1 run short for Loco Beach. Bananas claim their 2nd point of the ball game and have a 1-point advantage with 2 innings still to play here from Minneapolis. And it's just us, YouTube. What a ball game we've had. Holy moly.
Who was sweating there, YouTube? You can admit it.
I hope you're having a wonderful Big Tiger Friday,
Into
everybody.
pitch.
As Josh and I catch up on our scorebooks, this game is flying by. What up, Boss fan? Mint the beloved, Biff Bows.
Chat Dad, let's go.
Emma Bob, Austin's Curvin. Peggy. Ah, the legends are all in the chat here tonight. Boss fan says get ready to sing the song, AJ.
Oh, I hope you're ready. You guys like jazz?
I love jazz.
I love B-movie.
Well, get ready. This is the only thing that rivals the B-movie.
All right, Minneapolis, I want to hear you sing it nice and loud. All right, here we go.
I really hope you two are ready for Goofy Hour. I really do.
Welcome back into Banana Ball Live on ESPN from Target Field, home of the Minnesota Twins here in Minneapolis. 2-1 Bananas lead, and it's the big southpaw meatball, Joe Filomeno.
But meatball takes the mound at Target Field. Joe Meatball Filomeno. Come on now. Get ready to see him lose the button, slap the stomach, and move around like a big bowl of jelly. He's got marinara surging through the veins, Parmesan hiding under that Twins hat, and he throws harder than anybody on this Loco Beach staff.
5 years in the Texas Rangers org after 3 years at Louisville. That is a mighty, powerful left arm from Filomeno, who has lost over 60 pounds here in his first year in Banana Ball. Not quite the meatball we grew to know and love in January and February. But he says he feels like he is way more athletic now. Starting to feel more like his minor league baseball self as he just misses the low outside corner to Easton Parrish. Pinch hitter for the Bananas, who is rumbling into second, standing on the ball four sprint, the first nanner to get there on a sprint tonight.
How about the aggression from EP coming off the bench and trying to be a difference maker for the Bananas? Getting into scoring position, and now he is off the bases. And the Bananas turn to their designated runner for the first time tonight. Bryce Grazaffi now stands on second.
Well, Biko, you talk about Joe Filomeno losing 60 pounds. In his words, you know, he went from an 80-20 blend to more of a 93-7 ground beef as Jordan Brewer gets a trick play behind him. That's the meatball we know. Slurping up his competition like some spaghetti. There's one down.
A dozen trick plays on the ball game for Loco Beach. Half of them have come from Jordan Brewer at first. He's putting on another trick play clinic. We've gotten used to that here in his first full year in the sport. Third most trick plays overall. One of only 3 players in Banana Ball that is past the century mark. Infield drawn in. Kyle Jackson, 0 for 3 so far tonight. Pop out, ground out, reached on a trick play, missed. And he will loop that into right. Coming through in the clutch. Grozaffi scores easily. KJ is going to hustle into second as the throw from Antel soared over the head of Chatanier. And now this is a disastrophe. Big stop sign for KJ, who has gotten to third on a pair of Coconuts errors.
And this is exactly what we've talked about, guys. Again, the errors and the defensive miscues from the Coconuts have cost them dearly throughout the season. You've seen it yet again. Gets Kyle Jackson all the way to third base on what was just going to ordinarily be an RBI single. Seen the Coconuts entering play tonight. They had 2 trick plays missed, 11 errors in 5 games against the Bananas. And you've seen even more tonight.
So the infield has to remain in against the exit velocity king for the Bananas and Dan Oberst.
You beat me to it there, Josh. It's something about these Bananas. I'll be honest. The Coconuts have struggled mentally in the field playing the namesake of the league.
Ball and a strike on Dan, who's 38 RBI, came into the game leading the team. Now he shares that with KJ, who leads off third. And he's plunked. Fastball off the knee. Dan will take it and pass the baton to Alexiadis.
Can't feel good. Meatball throws straight Mott's out there.
Yeah, but Oberst would not let you know it if it didn't feel good. Take a look. That's that right off the left knee. It's a guy who's battled knee problems through the last few years of his baseball career, going back to JUCO. Guy who came to the Bananas summer of 2019, was supposed to be a catcher. Tyler Gillum changed that quickly. What an 8-year career it's been for Oberst since then. Never getting behind the dish in a game.
Tough as nails. And we've got to keep an eye on the clock. There's only 6:42 left, and Joe Filomeno does have the longest MPI on this Loco Beach staff, so we'll have to work quick.
Right back up the chute, Super Reese drives in Kyle Jackson, and it's a 2-run top of the 8th for the Bananas.
This guy's raked against the Coconuts all season. Alexiadis now in 6 games has 10 runs batted in against Loco Beach, and it is another key multi-run inning for the Savannah Bananas.
Back-to-back after they only had 1 run across the first 6 innings. Double steal, Vinings throw down to second, not in time to get Alexiadis. That's his 13th steal in 14 tries. Oberst, leading the team, has his 17th stolen base. He's only been caught twice. And the infield in once again as Robert Anthony Cruz fouls it off. It's another dimension that the top 4 in this Bananas lineup brings. They're all in double digits as far as stolen bases, and between the 4 of them, they've only been caught 5 times.
You think that's some respect for Oberst's legs from Vining? Because it's not every day you see a catcher go to second on a double steal.
Yeah, also Dan got a great jump. Alexiadis was just following him as Rack swats that the opposite way, foul. Cruz drove in the first of the 3 runs the Bananas scored in the top of the 7th en route to their second point of the ball game. Able to hold off on the slider that drifts outside. Off speed again. Rack wise to it. Ball 4 will score 2 runs. Filomeno has got to get something in the zone against the former Nationals farmhand. And Cruz takes a 3rd straight breaking ball below the knees. Oberst scores, Alexiadis on his heels, Rack into second. Another Banana has gotten multiple bases on a sprint as the Coconuts defense looks like they're running out of gas.
Well, the bullpen unfortunately hasn't been strong for Loco Beach either. Since Blake Benson came in, we've seen 5 ball 4 sprints and a hit by pitch between Benson and now Joe Filomeno. And the Nanners really sitting pretty as Leroy sprays this pitch out to right field, and Tell will hunt it down and right. But advancing up to third base is Robert Anthony Cruz. Still, we're just a hair over 4 minutes on the clock. Filomeno's got to continue to push his pace.
And Joe Filomeno is a guy who, again, lost 60 pounds. He wasn't playing organized baseball over the course of the last 5 years. He showed up to a banana ball tryout and was just pumping gas in the zone. It caught Mark Crocco's attention immediately. He said, whoa, 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 we need this guy at the beach. But he's still adjusting to the pace of play. And that won't help.
Now that's a seeing eye single for Cox. Perfectly placed in the Bermuda Triangle between Parker, Jacobo, and Chatagnier. And now it's a 5 spot for the Bananas. A reminder, if the 2-hour timer runs out while we're in the 8th inning, every run scored will turn into a point. So the Coconuts really have to get moving here, or else this is going to get out of hand.
And it's not what anybody wants, either side of the equation. You want to get to 9 innings. And that'll help. Joe Filomeno, pickoff move. Brewer runs him down, and Meatball gets out of the inning. Not before the Savannah Bananas tally 5 runs in the 8th, and we've got to get on our horse. There's under 3 minutes on the clock. Loco Beach going to have to get going in a flurry against Danny Hosley, the league's best arm, who's ready to take the hill.
And this is the biggest superpower that the Bananas have, outside of course, their rabid fan base, which you get a look at right here, and you can get involved as well with the QR code bottom left side of your screen to get your selfie live on ESPN. The best pitcher in the history of the sport lurks at the back of this Bananas bullpen as Peyton Chatagnier clobbers that foul. And we are underway. That's the Vulcan changeup. It's the best pitch in Hosley's arsenal. It's the secret to his success. And it's paired with a low 90s fastball and a 12-6 curve. Less than 2 minutes to play. To center field, Meadows. Tip drill for the trick play, and heaves it in immediately.
And with that, the Coconuts have officially denied the equalizer point, so that's no longer in play with the 5 trick advantage and only 2 outs to get there. But again, the clock is the real story right now.
Less than a minute and a half on our 2-hour timer. 1-1 pitch to Morgan. Fouled straight back. Grady a ball 4 sprint. Little flare out to short his last time. He demolishes this. Deep to right, Grady Morgan. There's that prolific pop. Big time blast, the second of the season. And his teammates telling him, we need you sprinting home.
The Coconuts dugout has cleared, saying, Grady, you got to score. You got to score. This is the game within the game. There's only 1 out. And as a reminder, if this clock runs out, no new inning can begin. So the 8th inning would be the final inning, and every run scored would count as a point, making it a 7-2 game.
Back to the top of the order. And we're nearing 30 seconds to play. Might have actually been the most unfortunate time for the Coconuts strategically to hit a home run. Pumps, doesn't swing at the changeup below the knees. And this foul ball is going to do it, really. No catch in the second deck. The 2-hour timer is about to run out. This is our final inning. And it is now a 7-2 Bananas lead.
Talk about a game completely just flipping on its head. Now this one pretty lopsided for the Savannah Bananas. And it just goes to show how imperative even throwing a guy in the 8th inning is in this sport. You're trying to keep guys off the board. And this blow-up outing from Joe Filomeno has now blown the game wide open for the Nanners and put the Coconuts quite behind the 8 ball.
It's not impossible, but mounting a 5-run rally with only 2 outs to work with against a guy with a 1.31 ERA coming in is pretty darn tough. As the changeup misses high, Parker will just take the 90 feet. Coconuts need the carousel to start spinning.
Bingo. It's not over till it's over. This is a Coconuts team that started their season really with a new identity, a fresh identity. Not the Loco Beach Coconuts, the comeback Coconuts.
Tanner Allen off of Hosley. It's caught by Cox over to first. That's a double play. We hope Danny Hosley's okay. He is. A big celebration with his battery mate. One of the most bizarre twin killings you will ever see. It's 1-6-3, and that's how the Bananas take it. 7-2, the final score to open up this 3-game set in Minneapolis.
Well, just bizarre in a way to see the clock expire in the 8th inning, a game that was going so fast with Drury and Fontenot taking the mound. And in the end, this wild play, and Cox heads-up reaction to catch that as it deflects off the back of Hosley, secures a double play, and the Nanners now improve to 5-1 over the Loco Beach Coconuts here in 2026.
It's the first time in my entire life I have seen that. Bananas with the victory to open up the 3-game set. Let's get our interview with the showman of the game. For that, we'll get it down to Sam Bauman.
Yeah, Biko, Josh, we got our guy, Austin Drury, our showman of the game. AD, hot start here in Minneapolis. How we feeling?
I feel great. You know, Bananas win. Let's go.
Talk about one of your fellow pitchers helping you out on the offense today, and Danny Hosley, too.
Yeah, I mean, Hosley is this. He does it all from the bat, from the mound. Look at him. He did both today. It's unreal. Unreal.
What does this say about setting the tone? You know, a team you haven't seen in a while to come in here and get this first win?
Yeah, we haven't seen the Coconuts in a while. They've been playing good ball, and we're their away team. You know, we're on the heels, and we got to keep going, put up zeros. So that's what we did, and we got a dub.
Austin, you want to go dance with your friends?
I want to dance. Let's do it.
Let's go, Austin, go dance. He did his work tonight, huh?
And just one more task for him. A group dance with his squad in front of over 39,000 fans here in Target Field. Guy who spent 5 years in the Dodgers org, pitched professionally in Mexico and Venezuela across 3 years of independent pro ball, and he has found himself in the sport of banana ball, which is exactly where he's supposed to be at this point in his career. And he dazzled across the 5 innings of 1-run ball, getting chased in the 6th. But 4 times he was handed a goose egg from Drake Fontenot. He was able to respond every time, and then he got the 1-run advantage from the Hosley solo shot in the 4th, turned that into the first point. Here are the numbers behind Austin Drury and the Bananas claiming this win.
I mean, he worked himself out of jams throughout the night. It was an impressive job from Austin Drury. The Bananas now in his away start since the Banana Ball Open. They are now 5-3. You just see a different team when Drury gets those starts. And here's the thing, we talked about it. You need to average about 9 runs a game to win. The Bananas did just that tonight to secure another victory.
Welcome back inside the booth with the statistical savant of banana ball, Josh Talevsky, the voice of the Coconuts, AJ Swiatek. I am Biko Scala. Again, thank you so much for spending your Big Tiger Friday with us here in virtual Banana Land. The good news for the Coconuts since the Open, the Bananas 2-8 as the away team when they don't have Austin Drury starting. So this will be a flush it and come back to try and even the series tomorrow night.
And it always is. I've got plenty more good news for any Loco Beach fans out there. Guys, it's one game. It's one game. The results are the results, but let's keep the main thing the main thing. There are over 39,000 fans out there, and I'll tell you what, the vast majority of them are going to go home and say, who won that game? That was the time of our lives. And for the first ever headliner of a big league stadium, I could not be prouder of the entire entertainment crew, the entire team, the coaching staff, everyone involved in putting this together. It was such a special night for the Coconuts that I'll surely never forget. And again, as long as you continue to spread love and spread joy, the results have been karmic this season, so I wouldn't count out Loco Beach ahead of tomorrow.
Certainly a legendary night for the Coconuts. The Bananas, of course, play spoiler.
Yeah, and the Bananas, again, they got a big swing from Danny Hosley, and they've been so good at drilling ball four sprints with runners in scoring position that certainly aided them throughout the night en route to this 7-2 victory.
We will see you tomorrow night, same place, and we'll make it on ESPN2, as well as the Loco Beach Coconuts YouTube channel. 8 p.m. Eastern for first pitch. We will kick off the pregame festivities on the ESPN app, Disney Plus, and the Coconuts YouTube channel 30 minutes before that, 7:30 Eastern. We'll see if the Bananas can take this series from Loco Beach or if the Coconuts can even it up to force a rubber game on Sunday afternoon. A big thank you to our entire cast and crew, for the executive producer of BTV, Josh Richardson, our coordinating producer tonight, Chadwick Folkstead, our incredibly talented control room back in Savannah, Georgia. This broadcast directed by Alex Gross. A shout out to everybody who made it possible, especially the folks here in Minneapolis as well, our camera operators, sound engineers. Sam Bauman down on the field, Josh Talevsky and AJ Switek, with myself, Biko Scala, in the booth. We will see you.